This is my tablecloth, TK Maxx.
Yeah, I just seen it.
It's nice.
£6.
Didn't need one. Just
Ralph Lauren.
Okay,
Don't worry, I'll
Ralph.
keep describing it. Egyptian cotton.
Reminds me.
Is it Ralph though? Is it Ralph though?
It slips and
Reminds me of
slides.
those American houses where they've got nice, you know, the big tables and then you need candles and stuff.
Well, you know, that was a grain of rice right there. Okay. Go back.
You good? Is you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yes. Welcome to episode 29 of Well, We're Not Recording This. And yeah, back with another one. And today we have a guest, Eva.
Hello, hello.
Eva is a photographer. I'm trying the intro thing.
Okay.
Eva's a photographer. Oh, actually, you know what? I think it's better if you just tell you who you are. Describe yourself.
Okay, my name is Eva. I'm a graphic designer and photographer. Been graphic designer for over 5 years. Photographer, I think I started when I was like 16, yeah.
Oh, going straight into it.
Yeah.
Because I was going to query that, but sure. Go on, yeah.
Then that's
Yes, you
it,
are.
actually, yeah. Well, there's a lot more, but then I'll be taking a long time, so I just...
Oh, we're going to take our time.
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, we shall. But yeah, like I said, Eva just jumped straight in. I was going to ask, how are we?
How are we?
Yeah, how are
Yeah.
we?
Brand spanking new year. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're trying to do. I don't know why I keep saying we. Speaking for like collectively.
Speak for yourself.
We're good.
No, I'm joking.
Today was nice. I'm just taking things one day at a time. I'm trying to watch as many films as possible at the minute.
Yeah,
That's really good. Yeah, as you walked in, you saw the projector on the table, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not mucking about.
I was gonna say something, but then I think I'd be projecting a little bit. But I wasn't hating. But yeah,
Was that a pun? Projecting?
you got it. Sorry, I'm just warming up. It's been no, I'm joking.
been a minute.
I'm joking. Oh, I can't start off and be corny. But yeah, no, we're back. And Eva, yeah, thanks for joining us. And,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, as you said.
How was your day today?
Well, actually, it's been okay compared to days that I had. Went out with my parents. We went food shopping today. I was going to go to gym. Didn't happen, but I went for a little bit of walks. Took my dog out for a walk. Basic, and then as usual, job hunting at the moment. So that's taking most of the mental health, you could say. That's like another lifestyle that you're supposed to have. Like job searching is like another job. It's like non-stop. You're applying and applying and applying. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Should we dive into that a little
dive
bit?
into that,
Yeah. So within that, and we didn't ask how you are.
Oh, how are you? No, going to how's your day?
I'm not hurt. I'm just observing right now. But I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I always relate to the three niggas. Sorry. Wait, I need to. Yes. Okay, so three niggas and EGUS. Sorry, I just feel like every time I need to kind of clean it up a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm good. So speaking of the three niggas, mind, body, and spirit. Mind is in decent shape, optimistic, hopeful, and all sorts. And grateful, I guess. I mean, not even I guess. I mean, we're here. Yeah. And then, let's see, the body. Oof, I'm recovering. Because last episode, I think I was at 65%.
Oh yeah. No, but you were still hobbling.
What happened?
Oh.
I was.
Yes, I messed up my knee. Yeah. And I was on crutches for a few weeks. It was pretty, I was playing football, so it's not that I was doing something I enjoy, so like I just had to accept it. But I was on crutches for a few weeks, but I'm back now. I'm at 80-90% now, I'd say. 80-90%.
The way I saw you walking up those stairs screams 75. But yeah, we're good.
There's improvement. I told you I'm optimistic, right? So can I live? But yeah, and then let's say spirit. Spirit is in good shape. I'm always in good shape. Well, it's always in good shape when I'm doing what I want.
Yeah.
Or at least when I'm expressing myself to a certain extent. I know it kind of sounds egotistic. Oh, I just read Follow Your Spirit. Yeah, nah, it's cool. Wait, did I write that? I did! Sorry.
That sounds a little egotistic. Oh, I just read. Yeah, you.
Oh, I see.
And you read it.
Yeah. So,
that was
so yeah,
funny.
the mind, body, and spirit are in good shape. Yeah.
Just for those who are watching this and didn't comprehend what just happened, if you didn't know by now, the window which is behind the camera, so you'll probably never see it. Every guest we've had on the show has like left their mark with just a Posca pen on the
And
glass.
Michelle too.
Eva's already has a
George
mark on the
and
glass. Practice makes
Oh
improvement.
yeah,
The one below.
oh, that was you.
Yeah. Again, this isn't making great
Well,
viewing.
that's-
You're just watching it on YouTube. You can't see it.
Yeah, you
People
can't
turning
see
around
it,
like,
yeah.
where?
You might have to do a little show as well.
Yeah, I might have to just. Like,
But Nate's is the one in the corner that says "Follow your spirit,"
I like that.
yeah.
which you just read back to yourself.
Actually,
That's kind of beautiful.
I
That's
really
kind of
like
what it's
that.
here for. Yeah.
It'll be nice tattoo.
Yeah, to me, it's funny because of the way he was like holding the pen and really pushing the pen against the glass was just unhinged. I ain't really ever seen anyone do that before. That was new to me.
It was like,
It was aggressive. He definitely followed his spirit.
Hey, we have a guest here. It's not about me. See, that's how my ego gets inflated. I know this is all negative, but like somehow it's like, oh, I'm gonna show you. But nah, like how's the job search? I mean, matter of fact, I'm gonna take it back to my three niggas. In terms of the job search, how's your spirit taken that whole experience, even from leaving the last place you were working at?
to be honest, the job, they terminated my contract during Christmas, so 27th, it was December. I'm not gonna lie, I was in pieces because first of all, there's bills that come out, and then I was like, I don't have savings. Not very smart of me, shopaholic here, but I didn't have
I've
no.
seen your sneaker collection.
Yep.
As you were.
I might have to do a little sale on those. But the thing is, some companies really don't consider when they're letting you go something, your situation. Like the situation was spoken as well, oh, we'll do freelance work with you as well. But there was manager, she has her own friend that she's passing on freelance work that goes on that they're going to use her for 3 months. And I was like, oh, I don't mind, that's fine. But the thing is, I had experience in it, which I knew how the company works already for over a year. Very stressed. I'm a person who overthinks things. I don't look at things in present. I go way futurist. So I go, oh my God, so what's going to happen next?
So you
Next
think of
step.
the ripple effect from this thing that happened just now?
Because a lot of people say, oh, just live in the present. With my mind, it doesn't work. I overthink. So
Is that overthinking or is that kind of sensible in a way, especially when it's about like surface level things, so like a job and like bills and all that kind of stuff? You thinking further ahead is like a tactile, like a
or
tactical
analysis of some sort.
Yeah.
But it is when it's great. It's like I love that. I was preparing my portfolio CV, redone it, been sending it out like there's no tomorrow. But I have not slept for days. So I've been going to sleep at 5, 6 in the morning, and now I'm trying to get back into my routine, and I can't. So which means that stress and all that worry has ruined my health, which I'm like 15% with my spirit at the moment, quite low.
That's something.
So
like,
it's like
that's something still.
I go into, this is my own fault, but I go into really dark space where I can't deal with too many things happening because I overstress. So I have not left my house since 27th December, my room. I've been cooped up in there. I've been looking at jobs. I've been doing portfolio. I've been doing my Instagram pages, my photography page as well, trying to get out there to get as many things possible. But at the same time, when you're cooped up in one place, you do not want to go out. Your anxiety
feel
level,
yourself.
your anxiety goes way up when you see in people. So I tried to go to gym today, for example, and I was like, I don't think I can step in. I was like, it's too many people. I was like, there's no way. But I know the market is down at the moment with design stuff. Like I know there's art directors that work in delivering.
Because you're looking for a job within graphic design.
Yeah, within graphic design photography. But the thing is, I tried to get a normal job and I couldn't. Even stocking, what is it called, shelves, I couldn't get a job there. And I was like, okay, this is what's going on because I have not worked in other shops. It was always, I worked in television or I worked in graphic design. So I never worked anywhere else. it's really hard, and especially when AI is coming out, you got all that technology and everything. Everyone is looking down on design and stuff. They're thinking, oh, it's easy. You just
It's almost
make
like a shortcut.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why go this way if I can just
It's
couple of
cheap.
words and then get there.
Cheap and quick.
And now looking at job lines, as a graphic designer, you need to know After Effects, you have to be a videographer, you have to be a video editor, you have to do UXI, whatever. It's like 5, 6 things in one, and they're paying you only 25 grand. And I'm like, every job that you put there, that's 3-4 years study for each. It's a different subject.
Yeah, it's true.
And they want you all to know everything. That's fantastic. Why don't you pay for my things that if you want me to do?
And then have to have 10 years experience.
And then I went for interviews. I went for an interview, and the guy goes, here's a task. I got a task, did a task. I was like, great. I didn't even go to my, I got so stressed out. I didn't even go to my Christmas do because I got overstressed. I had migraine where I was like nearly crying tears. I was like, I can't move. I was getting up. When my migraine goes down a little bit, get up and do the task. I send a task. I email them, and I'm like, oh, did you receive my task? Not a reply. Just have a human decency to go, sorry, Eva, like you did not go to stage 3.
Let me know where I stand.
When I stand, another interview, she's like, I'll get in contact with you. And then no one contacted. I was like, I messaged her. She's like, oh, you are our second choice, but we chose someone who's got more video experience. I was like, okay. But let me know. Like when people like this, when they're already stressed out, they overthink things, and it's like, oh my God, and then you start putting yourself down and down and down. But now I'm like,
there's a level of urgency from your side, but from their side, it's just another,
another number.
It's another bit of admin, which is so poor. But what's your stance on? So when you're applying for these jobs, especially as a graphic designer, they're asking you to do these tasks, like these design tasks. What is your opinion on them getting you to do these tasks? Like, what do you think?
I hate these kind of stuff as a graphic designer. Here's my portfolio. I come for interview. I tell you every little bit that I have done. I show you my work examples, and I tell them I've got over 300 gigabytes more work. If you want, I could show you that. But giving me that task, that's another job. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes they give you a 2-page list of doing a task, and you're like, okay, you pay me though. It's like you sitting there nearly a day.
Might as well be freelancing. Right now.
Freelancing is like £300, and then are you paying me that? No, it's like there's been on LinkedIn as well. A few directors spoke about like you need to abolish that. Why do we have to do tasks? No other job is hard as this. You go for the jobs, interview, bam, you got a job. Here, stage 1 interview, stage 2 with your task, stage 3, and nearly until we go into stage 4. It's too much. Like there was once before I had this job, I had 7 interviews or 8 interviews in 1 week. And
How do you
each
prepare for that? Sorry.
that's the thing. And then when I prepare, I go through a company, I go through all your social media, I look at what things you got, what you don't have, how you could improve it, the ideas.
And also how you fit into that.
So it was really hard. And one day I had 2 interviews, and then I was like, and then like, here's a task. I had nearly 7 tasks, and one of them was, I think it was for JD Sports, and it was 2-pager. So find a location, design a location for us, what kind of photography we would do, prepare, montage. It was like you were doing whole project
of work.
There's a whole work.
And then they want it done like 2 days, 2-3 days, get it done and send it over to us. I was like, it's not possible.
That is thinking like, are they using it? Are you signing any contract, which means you cannot use this work that I'm doing for you, especially if you say no. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no key. It's like, don't steal my ideas.
Yeah.
Are they putting these jobs out just for idea generation? Like it makes me so uncomfortable. And when I see, like I've seen you doing all-nighters on tasks like this, and it just makes me it makes me rage because why you would be doing this? You think a lawyer would apply for like some sort of job within a firm? Defend this client now, please.
Maybe.
No, it doesn't happen. Doctors, I need to perform open heart surgery right now.
The person's dying. Save him. Go.
Save him now, and we'll monitor that.
No, it's horrible because there's no jobs that do that. And it's I'm sorry, but it's like they're taking a mick out at you same time. And then I think it was, I don't remember, was it JD or who it was? But when I saw the task,
we're just gonna bleep their name out just in case it's not.
I don't mind actually. I don't care.
If it's true, we should be name dropping these brands.
It's
some sort of accountability needs to be held.
It's horrible because you do the whole work for them, and I'm like, I've done gifts for you. I've done social media design for you. I've done all the photography.
Basically, we've set up templates for them.
Yeah, and then I was like, gifts to move around. I do different designs. I was like, sellable things, and I was like, where does that go? And with that job that I was given, it was in Bolton, was for dentist place. Can't remember what it's called. I looked at their design, and I looked at my design. And I was like,
No, I'm joking.
it was trash. I was like, oh, are you fucking for? Excuse me, are you fucking for real? I was like, look, like I don't. You know me. I usually always put my work down. I'm not one of those be like, oh my god, my work. But looking at it, I was like, shit, my work is fire. Yours is shit.
A question for you.
Yes.
Sorry. Like, see the job that you are at. Were you thinking of leaving it eventually?
The job that I really loved the job that I was in. The people were fantastic. The team was fantastic. I've never worked in a place where it was so chilled, but at the same time, you get your work done, and same time, the company looked after you. Like, if I had an appointment or something, like, take it, but you get your work done. I was like, I got my work done, thank you. And they really looked after you. Like, they didn't have that with my other job. I was used to work. They're like, take your holidays for your blood test, which would take 30 minutes, half day, take a half day. I never went on holiday with that job. All my holidays were saved for appointments or something like this. Yeah. But with this job, it was fucking amazing. People were amazing. The team was amazing. Yeah. I made, her name is Simone, like best friend for life. She was fantastic. We worked together, and she always like, it was just different vibe. It was like a family vibe. Everyone was really nice. You'd be like, get the photography done as well. You go in the studio, and it was a nice balance. And mental, I was like, oh my God, this was great. But when I slowly found out, I was like, oh my God, I'm leaving. It kind of deflated. I fell apart kind of thing. And I was like, same time looking for a job, waiting, same time working. And then in my mind, as I'm working, oh my God, I'm going to be out of a job. I'm going to be out of a job. What am I doing?
Yeah, so counting
how
the days.
awful is that to think that we went to uni together, studied graphics together. That's where we met. We didn't even go into the background. We will go. Well, when has this ever been chronological? But we studied a creative course because we're creative humans and we enjoy what it is that we do, and the work we like making is experimental and it's playful and it's all this kind of stuff. How sad it is that we live in a society which says you can't even enjoy the thing that you just paid to study to go and get a job that you really, really enjoy. We can't even enjoy that because as soon as a job comes to an end, we're fighting for our lives to try and find another job. It takes the enjoyment out of being more bespoke with where we want to work.
And also just like fully expressing yourself.
We have to take anything. Why do we live in a world where it's like, if you don't have a job now, you need to be panicking and you need to be this. So even when your job was coming to an end, the fact that you're having to already be applying for these other jobs, it doesn't give you the freedom that we set out to have by studying a creative subject and by doing that. And I just think, like, I don't know where a shift needs to happen, but I hate the urgency that we feel like we need to just to pay bills.
Yeah, but I feel like that's where they hook you. It's the responsibilities that you end up carrying as your adult, if that makes sense. It's like, oh snap, phone contract is coming up. Yeah. Already signed up. Yep. I said I was gonna pay it off, or I had this all planned out. And now we're here. So that's where the panic comes in. It's like, wait, what am I going to do next month?
I hate to be a skeptical person, but that is the game plan. They don't want us to own anything. Yeah. No. If we own the phone, we own the car, and we own all this sort of stuff, then in terms of and we own a home and all these kind of things, if we owned these things, it would mean that when you don't have a job, you have time. Yeah. You just have a buffer, a breathable buffer. Yeah. Where it's like, okay, what do I want to do? Instead of being like, what can I get?
Well, they then gonna say, well, have you paid your council tax?
Yeah.
I know you've paid all that off. Cool story, yeah. But have you paid your council tax?
This is how deep the game goes, though. So even when you own all of these things, which are the basic survival things that you need, there's always something else.
Definitely.
Because your council tax. If I drive over one pothole after paying my council tax, immediately furious.
I'm paying for this. I was like, I'm paying road tax. I'm paying all of it.
Crazy.
I think it's what you said as well. Oh my God, my mind just went flip. But you know when you said about owning things, like now I've got time. I could be doing anything. Yeah. I want, but I can't. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I feel guilty. I was like, if I do this, oh my God, I should be looking for work. Yeah. And I was like, and I'm looking for work. I was like, there's nothing. There's nothing left to look for. There's nothing to apply. The graphic design role is not graphic design role anymore when you're applying. It's mixed with different multimedia, and that's it. You have to find new skills. And I was like, to be honest, I haven't said to you, but I have signed up for college again to do a new skill. Because I'm like, I don't think design's gonna survive for a while, for long. I'm masseuse. I was like, I've done that in the past. So I was like,
Oh, really?
I was
Okay.
like, I need backup. Like after losing this job, I was like, I need some kind of backup in life. I was like, because I got a feeling design is not always gonna be there.
Yeah.
Kind of
the
thing.
ask just gets more and more and more. So the ask is
Yeah.
inflated, but the price you're paying. So my salary is not increasing to meet the demand that you're setting. So the whole game is starting to feel like a little bit rigged, and it just squeezes the enjoyment out of it. Like it
Borderline rat race.
yeah.
And I hate, I'm not gonna lie, when you go for work and they give you, so this is our brand guidelines. 3 colors, 1 font, design. I was like, oh. It kind of kills off your desire to be a designer because you're like, there's massive, like, I worked with a company that was 2 colors. It was blue and purple. And you had to use 1 font. I was like, what am I supposed to illustrate? What am I supposed to do with these colors? I've done as many designs as possible with the social media, but I was like, it kills off my desire to be a designer. I had to, that's why I go into photography to kind of, oh my God, elevate, feel a bit of freedom. I was like, when you go photography, it's just, I just switch off. I feel happy.
Yeah, that's a nice transition to photography because I was going to ask you, where does it fit in the scope of design?
With this job, I was very lucky where I got graphic design photography. The task was to take a product and take photography to get the job. And then I took my little speaker, which you could put it in water and stuff.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember those shots. Yeah,
I was like running.
Was it Sonos or something like that?
Yeah, and it was with the JBL, the
JBL,
Bose
sorry.
No, it was not JBL. It was a different one.
Was it not Sonos? I had Sonos.
I think it's on my phone. It was one of them, but it's a fantastic speaker. I threw it into river, quickly took photos, ran, grabbed it in the river. I was very... And do you know what I went? We went once there, me and you together. There's like that park where you go down the hill and there's like a river kind of thing.
Ethra.
I went there and I had only 20 minutes to shoot that because my sister-in-law was like, Eva, you need to hurry up. I need to go pick up the kids. We ran down the hill. I took photos quickly. I was like, I need you to hold the item. So she was sitting down. She didn't want to be in the photo, so I cut her body off nicely. Just concentrate on product. Threw it into water. I was like, quickly take. I swear, I slipped. I nearly fell down the water. And I was like, save the camera. Save the camera. Done all the shots. I really enjoyed it. It was very quick turn, but with nature photography, it's like my zen. Basically, my soul feels relaxed. I feel chilled. It's my happiest place. And especially if I take photos of insects or little tiny bits or something, micro photography. I just zone out. I just feel like my happiest. Like I'm the only person in the whole world. It feels great. But it would be a fantastic job to go into photography. Maybe wedding photography as well. I have a friend. He's like, we're doing a shoot with what's his name? The guy. Do you know the driving? What the car was called? He's a very famous driver.
Elon Musk. Lewis Hamilton.
Yes, and the budget is 1 million. And the photographer gets paid 70k a day. A day.
It's pretty nutty.
I was like, oh my God.
But still, that's so usable.
Affordable.
I mean, if it's a day, that's usable.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
No, that's fine. Then we can bleep it out.
Yeah,
I'll leave out the name.
Yeah.
Blank out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
It's not live, don't worry.
Yeah, I was like, because the guy said, like, zip it up. I was like, and I just blabbed it. Well, the photographer gets paid 70k. Do you know what I mean? So there is, photography's always wanted as well.
I mean, there's these big price points that you're talking about exist within like all of these creative roles. I just feel like in order to get to those roles, the doorway of getting in is so blurry. It's so confusing as how people get to these roles. It's like, are you here because you know someone who knows someone?
Yeah.
Is it a friend of a friend? Did you just make the job roll up? Yeah. Demand this price point, and people were like, oh, if you're charging that much, you must be amazing.
Yeah.
So the ways of getting into these like more niche areas where you're not working in an agency that's paying you 25k to be a photographer, a graphic designer, a copywriter, and an illustrator all in one. You know, like, do you just have to? There's other routes in, but they're gate kept more than anything. It's how people get to those points. So I feel like we can just figure it out on our own terms. But when we go back to you in this situation right now, it must be hard to even consider that when you're just trying to get like just a set the foundation right, which you will. You will set the foundation right. It just makes me. It's so frustrating to see you having to like hustle this hard because I know you're that good.
Thank you.
For a job that's like just because you need it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want you to be able to be like, I don't want to do that, and I want to do this, and I think you just need to get your foot in right again.
That's the thing.
And then from there you can take it at your own pace.
It's more. I want to get into like a proper creative agency where you like sit down, like, oh, these are my ideas. So this is what I like. Solutions. So I like to look at the companies
in the conversation.
In the conversation, I would like to be breaking down ideas because when I go into interviews, I don't know if everyone does that, but I break down the whole company. So I look at it like there's about 6-7 pages I write down. I look up all of your social media, look at it and I'm like, you need to improve here, you need to improve there. I love that kind of stuff.
You be hurting their feelings when you walk in and like...
that's what they said. Like
that's wrong. That is wrong.
Usually so I keep it.
That's fair enough. Like, she's not coming back. Sorry, pardon.
But that's how I said to that to many people, like, never, don't say that. You're not going to get through. Like, they're not going to like this. But it's the honesty. There was a rebellious fashion that worked. Worst company ever, do not work for them.
Name drop him, okay?
2 brothers. Oh my God, it was like literally I lost my voice. I was so stressed and disrespected there. But basically, for that company, he's like, so how could you improve? So I went right deep into them. I was like, yeah, you need to improve your LinkedIn. Your competitors doing this. You have nothing on. I was like, you need to talk about where you're getting your clothes from and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, yeah, I love the ideas. I was like, yeah. I was like, I've wrote down like 5 pages, mate, for you ideas. Go in, start the job. And then he's like, I was like, so when we're having a meeting, I would like to speak about my ideas, how we could improve your company. Everyone would love that, to know how to improve your company, to get more people coming in so you don't have to use agencies. I was not graphic designer there. I was graphic designer, I was content writer, I was photographer, I was, what else was I doing there? Emails, all the newsletters, I was doing everything for them. And you know, the cheek he goes to me when everyone left, 24 grand is too much, I'm paying for you.
How much?
24. Okay. That was my second job out of when I did NES Faircraft. That was my second job. It's like, 24 is too much. We're paying you way too much. I was
That's a weird conversation to have. Like, actually,
that's when everyone left, and he was racist. He was like, I chose you because you're European. You work hard, and you're quiet.
Oh, right.
So I was like, okay. I was like, the guys. Not a lot of people respect graphic designers or designers. They think we design and you just click a button and everything gets designed. For example, when you do a design, when I was doing retouching, for example, fridge, you have to select each little bit of it. You have to change colors, you have to find the right colors, you have to find the right shades, you have to remove any damage into it. There's so much that goes into design. We don't do it within one click. And then when you got about 50 products, it doesn't work that way. But yeah, do not work for Rebellious Fashion. Horrible. Do not buy shit from them as well.
It's a hilarious observation when you say that people don't respect graphic designers, because I feel like the people who do respect graphic designers are other graphic designers. Like there's a whole community where certain graphic designers are like these big dogs and like people worship the ground they walk on. And there's a lot of egos within, especially within graphic design. It's like the one realm that we do know. And so like, there's a lot of egos. There's a lot of bad stinking attitudes from these like big dog designers, and I've just always found that hilarious. Like that's just hilarious to me, because like there's all this clout, but then when you go out into the real world and when people look at what we do, like what we do is phenomenal, and like what we do, if it's done right, people should barely even notice the things that we do. And I just think for all of these egos within design, it's like just pipe yourself down, humble yourself, because what we do is great and it's a lot of fun, but like what is this idol worshipping of graphic design? Like just calm ourselves down. But pay us more. But pay us significantly more. So with your back and your body and with all of that stuff, how have you found that working in studios, just in general, with like working with
I don't know if this will go far, but sometimes I do not tell people about my back, because I know it's
a chronic illness.
It's a chronic illness when I injured it, and there's quite a lot going on. I'm in pain 24/7. There are days where I'm fine, but there are days when I'm very stressed out. It just gets worse. I notice if I tell anyone about my back problems or anything, it's straight away shut down and I get released quickly from the job.
Have you noticed that?
Really?
Yeah. So I do not tell anyone about my back injuries
Why
or
do you
anything.
think that is?
Because it's liability, isn't it? So they think, are you gonna sue us? Are you gonna demand anything out of us? So I usually zip up my mouth quietly and work at home. I bought myself a gaming chair, which helps
Like an
a
ergonomic
little bit
thing.
more. But I think in workplaces they should not respect, but take it into consideration when someone has an
Legally,
issue.
they have to.
Well, it's like that's what my the therapist said. Physiotherapist, like, it's fine, it's a legal thing. They cannot release you from work. I was like, yes, they can. Bam, happened.
Yeah, they'll just find whatever
And then
excuse
that's
they
what
need.
happened. I was like, yeah, your contract ended. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine. I'm trying to get better. You know, I went through massive weight loss as well. I had this surgery to get my weight loss. Thought that it's going to help with my back, but no change. What I'm trying to do is when I'm happy, when I'm in a zone of editing or something, I don't really feel it that much. It's there, it's burning, but I just ignore it because I enjoy what I do. With photography as well, it kind of zones out. With my mind, I notice when I'm happy with something and I'm doing something really love, it just disappears, like it doesn't exist. It's there, but it's not as strong.
Yeah.
But when I'm really stressed and really uncomfortable, like...
And you start noticing the little things
Yeah,
that actually...
it hurts. It's literally... Imagine someone just grabbing your spine and just squeezing it non-stop and it burns and it's like, it feels like you want to rip your spine out. Basically, that's how it is. But you just have to live. Like, that's what they said here. Just live with it. So I'm living with it.
Yeah.
Living with it. But hopefully I'm going to go abroad and then get it sorted. I'll get a job and then go abroad.
Yeah.
So I need a job.
But see, this just like speaks on how in the working environment anyway, it's borderline like you're just another number.
Oh, yeah.
Like
You're
that's
replaceable.
that's it. And if you come with some sort of not sure, I find a way to release you and we move. It's like, wait, how do I fit into this? It's like, so I can't live now. Fair enough. Find a way to survive. But no, like
It's just like we've been trapped into a corner. So I'm reading a book at the minute called Radical Intimacies. Sophie K. Rosa.
I don't know.
I think that's her name. I think that's her name. And the book's great. So I'm very new into it. But it's all about how we can kind of like tackle consumerism when it's so deep rooted in everything we do. So when you say things about being a number, we all know that. Like we all know we're a number, but we just, because we have to we're living to work as much as we love the idea that we're not. Work, we see like our work colleagues more than we see our friends and more than we see our family and like so we're living that. That is I couldn't even put a percentage on it.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of our lives doing that. And when even when we're home, there's projects that are on the mind.
At least a third of your day, which is what, 7-8 hours.
The other third is to sleep.
Yeah.
And so you have another third. Yeah. So, but it's just barely half. 'Cause even when you're home,
So then you gotta
like
shower,
eight,
eat, sleep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
home with your family, work's still in the brain.
Yeah.
Because it's so deep rooted, it's hard. This is what the book kind of touches on, is that it's hard for us to even imagine what something different might look like because we're so used to
Deeply
this.
conditioned.
When you say we're just a number, yeah, we're just a number. Then what could it be? If it wasn't, we all go to work at 9 a.m. and we finish at 5. What could it be? Like, how could we make money? How could this whole society actually work? Because everything we touch and every move we make is just shrouded in consumerism. What do we do to like break the shackles of it? And the book is not like a solution for any of that. It's just to get the cogs like spinning on the fact that like it doesn't need to be this way.
Yeah.
Right now it is, but then it's like, what little moves can we make within our own existences to make sure that we're not doing this whole live to work thing? Because it's just crazy. So you're talking about like when you pick up a camera and when you start shooting things, your back pain seems to ease. Like even that, spiritually and physically, it makes a lot of sense. You're in this flow state. So like, are you carving out some time, even within the midst of you searching for a job right now? Are you trying to make
Do the
sure
things
that
you enjoy.
Yeah, that you take time to go on shoots.
Yeah.
Talk to us about it though. Like, how's your brain managing that?
At the moment, I was like, oh, I'm going on a shoot. Then it snowed. it snowed.
Could have been perfect.
So it could have been perfect, but my...
Go on. No, I bought a
I'm not
guilty
gonna
too,
lie, I
'cause-
got fear as well. Like going, asking people. Like I don't like bothering people. I'm like, I feel if I ask someone, like I'm a massive bother. So I always keep it to myself, and then
Ask someone for what?
like I'm like, oh, would you be my model, or would you have this idea? I got this. You said fine.
don't know.
You said you would come with
I'll
me.
volunteer. No, also
You
I'm gonna
volunteer.
volunteer 2 models. Yeah, okay, for WAWNRT.
I could do this
like,
shoot.
who's gonna volunteer?
I could do photography for you for this show. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
a little,
so,
like,
yeah.
Screen me.
But I think it's a bother, and then I know how busy people are, and I'm like, oh my god, am I bothering the time and stuff? So I got loads of ideas.
Let him chime in.
Go on.
Sorry, mama, fuck all that. Yes, I cursed. But like, I mean, as far as me, it's like, you know what? Sending that message or saying that, what are you gonna lose?
Yeah.
Someone says no.
Yeah, someone says
like,
no.
now, at least I know where I stand, so I can move on. That's one down. If it's a no, that's one down. Cool, move on.
Because I noticed most photography that I do is naturistic. So I want to spice it up a little bit. Well, I had an idea. I wanted 2 people kind of thing, girls. You know, my ideas usually go.
I got excited, then I just go boot it
Pulling
up.
up in a whole week.
Yours
Girls.
is different idea. I've got a lot of ideas. So this I wanted like with paint and different kind of thing, like 2 different paints coming down the head. You know, it's like different, like
They're gonna steal your
artistic.
ideas. See, your ideas are just out there.
Don't
Just
listen
saying.
to it. It's crap idea. But
Just keep mute.
I just I want to do photography, but I'm so stressed. Like literally, recently, I'm not gonna lie, I took a sleeping tablets. I need to get into
Valium.
No, it's similar from my back as well. It helps relax it. It's amitriptyline, but because I can't sleep, literally I can't sleep. I lie down, look at the wall. It's like I don't have a job. I need to find a job. I was like, there's no jobs. I was like, I applied so many jobs. I got so much experience. I was like, I got no job, and that runs through my head. So I'm switched off. Literally, no
You need
brain.
to shoot, because it sounds like you need to go outside, shoot. So when you come back in, all you gotta do is think, oh, I gotta add it.
Yeah.
Next thing, oh snap, I'm tired as hell. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go to sleep.
yeah.
And the thing is, I think I usually go to my mum. Sometimes like, mum, do you want to come with me if it's a further drive? For some reason, I don't like going places on my own. I notice that, especially when I'm in this situation at the moment, I feel a little bit depressed and anxious with stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God. I was like, and I've been reflecting on myself as well. I was like, I started journaling, and I bought this schedule notebooks thinking that it's going to solve all my problems in my life, but it's been hard. I'm not going to lie. It's literally, I just shut myself out, but I've got, I got quite a lot of equipment, and I was like,
I hope I don't want this to come across like it's
excuse.
No.
Wait.
No.
So if you're one of those, like,
Not at
I don't
all.
mean to offend you, but
I don't mean to be rude.
I don't mean to raise
No.
Sorry.
As being like, it's easier said than done. This is how this is gonna sound. But if you don't combat that anxiety, it's just gonna grow.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
know that sounds insensitive, but when you listen to what other people say about like almost nurturing that and
Don't
being
nurture them
gentle
seeds.
with that,
Yeah.
like the anxiety seeds right now are growing, and you have literally just said on camera that photography is a space where you can go and you lose all of that. You
Embrace
don't even
it.
feel physical pain. We should go and shoot.
explore it. Yeah. To be fair, I did say we're gonna go shoot, and I haven't showed up. My knee.
Yeah,
There you go. It's my knee.
Like so what it is don't just say this is the date, this is the time, let's go shoot here, because then people can just move that around, especially us, like the 2 of us. But if shooting is something which gives you like
Makes you feel
this
good.
creative fix that you're missing out on, and it stops that anxiety, it stops the voice in your head for just an hour. Do you know what I mean? Like however long it is a day. I think you really, really need to do that. And
just
he just
follow your
volunteered the 2
spirit.
of us. So
Yeah.
Well,
let's
guys,
go
are you free
shoot.
tomorrow? Yeah. Yes.
I could be.
I could be.
No,
depending on what time.
I do have a notebook where I put my ideas down. I put my locations, what things I want to look like. Like in my head, I'm visualizing that I'm out sitting on a beach, kind of thinking through shooting. I found a few beaches as well that I want to go. Say Anne's
Formby's nice.
Beach.
Yeah.
It was nice there, but I noticed I'm a fantasist. So I fantasize a lot how my life would look like in my head visually, but I never put through that, because even my mom, like, you know, my mom, she reads coffee beads basically, and then she's like, Eva, you got massive fear, you got like a rabbit, always she reads, you got fear. I was like, yes, I do got a fear trying new things sometimes, or try, because I don't like things going wrong. I don't like mistakes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Like, no, some just like peeped in my head.
yeah, I don't like mistakes.
See,
I like everything
those-
perfect.
Yeah, no, that's fine, and that's perfect that you use that statement. Do you think that adds to the, I don't want to say a hindrance, but to maybe your brain chemistry, if I may call it that? Like things like giving the labels, like I'm ABC.
Yeah.
So whenever you put in those situations, it's like, you know what, let me say hypothetically, I'm lazy. Like I procrastinate. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm procrastinating. Like,
Yeah, that's-
right now, actually, I do procrastinate.
Yeah.
So you end up feeding into that side, as like going back to what Katie just said. Like even those statements about yourself that are not overly positive, do you think you then end up feeding
Feeding the
just
demon.
because, like, even just saying it to yourself. So it's like, well, to be fair, maybe if I apply it to myself, certain times, like, I don't like calling anything hard. Just because I just think certain things will require a different level or more concentration levels than others.
Yeah.
But rather than, because when I call something hard,
It
when I'm
becomes
doing
hard.
it,
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, yo, this is hard as hell. And then so I might not even complete it or whatever, just because I said in my head, yo, this is hard.
Yeah.
Then I believe it. Do you think that maybe that has...
I think it is, and I know it is. It definitely is, and especially like I was thinking to myself, like my mom sometimes she's like, oh, I got this appointment this time. Like this week, she's like, oh, I need to go to here, I need to go, and I'm like, so I was like, oh, when I got one thing going on, I cannot do other things because I'm like, oh my god, I got this time, I have to go somewhere else. But I told her, I was like, ask my brothers. I was like, I can't be doing everything, like kind of situation where I'm a taxi driver at the moment. So I was like, I need to get things done. I was like, but then I'm like, in that little shitty voice in your head, it's like, yeah, Eva, but you got other things that you need to be done. Eva, you don't have a job, you should be sitting, and then maybe you need to
You should be enjoying yourself.
No,
right
sure,
now.
no, that's the thing. And it's like, maybe you should redo whole your portfolio again. Maybe you should do the whole CV. Maybe that's the issue with you.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm bad with my times as well. I noticed recently I was like, I'm going to get up at 6 a.m. trying to get to bed early.
See, even that statement.
This is
sorry.
what I was going to pick up on. Then I was like, you said,
just trying-
I'm bad with time.
Yeah.
So now
So
you set
tomorrow morning at
yourself-
6 a.m., you're going to snooze. I'm bad with my time anyway.
That's how it is. It's like snooze.
But you understand. No, I hope you...
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you
Sorry,
mean,
just-
but
It's not an easy thing to shift the way
Mentality.
the voice speaks in your head. Honestly, I think the voice in my head that was like, can't do that. Like, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be chilling right now.
Yeah.
You need to be doing this. Only stopped happening when I like moved spaces and like moved into this place when I had loads of conversations
That's
with
when I'm
myself.
going to do what I want.
Yeah, it was like, hang on, who is that? Because it's not
Yeah.
me. And then that's where like the writing came about. So from just writing tons and tons of stuff down, you can start seeing the visual, the monologue that goes on inside of your head.
Yeah.
And when you read some of the stuff it's saying, some of it's just like, that's childish. Do you know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
who is that? Like, that's the child version of me who's like, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. But it is possible to really shift the narrative in your own head and write. There's loads of different ways of doing it, but like writing, because you said you've been journaling, right?
yeah,
So like, how has that
Scrapping.
been going? How has that been?
I stopped again.
Because
I feel guilty. I know, like, it's not, but I've been thinking about, like, myself, like, why am I like this? I feel guilty spending time on myself. I feel like I should not be spending on myself. I feel like I should not be doing things that taking time from something else. Like, now I'm sitting here, in the back of my head, that voice, Eva, you should be applying for jobs right now. You should be searching for something. See,
But wait. I know whatever should be and shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I'm borderline on the side that there's nothing I should or shouldn't be doing.
yeah,
But I'll do what I want. That's also based on me keeping my word.
yeah.
So coming back to all that, what does Eva want to do? Not should be doing. What does Eva want to do?
Want to be out there in the wild and then taking pictures of animals.
So
And
Eva,
so wildlife photography is my I put a video once, I think I put of someone doing wildlife photography, and literally I nearly started crying because it's one of my dreams, wildlife photography.
Just got to be out the
Right, beautiful. And then so beautiful. But at the same time, I was like, I don't have one of those massive lenses, like literally. I went photography for the deers. Do you remember?
Excuse me, bitch. I know the camera you've got.
No,
Like,
no, I need one of
I'm
those.
not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing right now. I'm
And
just
then
listening.
I went in and I saw deers, and then the deers
Oh,
fighting,
dear.
male deer was fighting. I was going so close, I nearly literally got killed because
involved
the
in the
lens,
fight.
because the lens, I didn't have
Don't
the
worry,
lens
the
that
camera
close.
person doesn't die.
And then I was thinking to
True.
myself, could
never
someone save the camera if something happens to me? And literally, the male deer was like screaming and going honking and like little thing. And then I was trying, no one was going close. I was, because I didn't have the lens that far, and I was like creeping and creeping. If you saw a few deers, the ones like literally that was the deer, and I was like here, I was not breathing, but I was like I wanted to get the shot. I was like I wanted,
by any
even means
means.
my death. There's one.
But see, listen to that energy while you're telling this story.
Passion.
I do.
There's passion. What you're talking about.
I do love photography.
Not everyone has that for something, you know. Do you know that? Like, not everyone has a passion for a certain thing, and that's
Some
okay.
people don't know.
Some people just don't know or haven't found what their passion is.
This is the thing. I'm searching for my passion.
No. You found your passion. You just won't allow yourself to do it.
Follow your spirit.
Follow your spirit.
I need to get that
And guess
tattoo
what?
here. Like, oh my
But
God.
seriously
really
though,
though,
like
yeah.
you're describing a passion, that feeling of being. You just said I would die to get the shot. Like
I would.
But so that is your passion. So when there's this voice in the back of your head saying you don't have time to be doing that, you need to be doing this. Is that you, or is that your conditioning? I think you've been taught to think like that.
You know my family. I always had a strict family. So in my family, it was always you put your family first, then you put yourself. And then when you've been brought up like this from, how old am I now? 33 years. It's like even them, they're like, oh, you just lying to yourself. But I was like,
in terms of what?
Like in terms of, I ask first what's going on in the family,
Yeah.
if they need me. My mom, oh, I need you or something. So I'm like, I'll cancel everything. I was like, I have to stay. I have to help. But it's always been put everyone else first, and then you the last person.
Yeah.
And this year, I wanted to say to myself, like, I've not even been on holiday for nearly 17 years. So I was like, I need to start doing things because I'm at that age now, 33, not traveled, not seen the world properly because I've been like work. I'm a workaholic, so it's always been work first. But I think I need to slowly put myself first and then just do what I want to do. Like, even I told my parents, I was like, I'm gonna do masseuse to be like a second job as well, like freelance. They start laughing, like, oh my God, this is not gonna be a thing for you. And then she's still like, you're gonna get tired. I was like, I've done massage when I was working in TV, like the cameraman, like, oh, I have on my shoulder, and they're like, oh my God, we'll pay you. So I do like that side of it. So I was like, that could be my hustle, second kind of business. And afterwards, when my mom saw someone at her friend's house came at private masseuse and was doing and got a Mercedes out there standing, all this, she's like, oh, maybe you should go and do it. She's like, it seems like they're doing well. I was like, yeah, of course they're doing well. I was like, it's a great job as well. But I do love photography. Again, it's like, I don't get in my family, my father never says, well done. Never heard it in my life. Everyone else who comes in are like, he's like, oh my God, well done. You got such a great child. 2 degrees, 4 languages. I work. My work has been on TV, been on MTV. My name has been in credits and everything. Never heard, well done, my child. Like, well done or anything like that. And sometimes you get used to it, but it's like, I spoke to my friend as well, and she's like, yeah, my dad doesn't say that as well. It's not that you need that kind of feeling, but it's nice to hear, it gives you a little bit of a bump and then confidence as well, like, oh.
It puts a bit on
yeah,
your back.
my mum's always like,
Do you say well done to yourself?
oh, never. I'm the massive critic of myself.
Okay.
I was like, even like,
Stole my question.
it's like, I never in my life said well done to myself, never. It's like, I even look at my design work, my photography, and I'm like, it's shit, it could be better. So it's always like a massive, I think I need to tell that myself.
See, when you're reflecting.
Yeah, I'm reflecting now. I was
Yeah,
like,
how, like, do you mind breaking down your process when you're reflecting? Because, okay, maybe I'm going to talk from a previous perspective, but my reflection tends to be sort of versus what I'm grateful for, if that makes sense. Like, yes, maybe at a certain time things may look a little sideways, but then essentially what puts a barrier in my back is then looking at my track record, like, actually, you know what, we got this far, so I am meant to be here. Yes, it may not look pretty, but at the same time, you know what, let's freak it, let's make it awesome.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I mean about your reflection process. Like,
I don't have one. I don't think I never have one. I hate the same time. Like they say perfectionist is great to be, but there's sometimes perfectionist where you psychopath perfectionist, I would call it. Like anything I do, design wise, the way like even weight loss process and stuff, like there's times where I'm like, oh my God, it could be so much better. Even like I lost 20 plus K and I was like, that's not good enough. I was
yeah,
like,
but look at where you just been.
yeah, that's the thing. I never look at where I've been. I'm like, I want the result. There's no, in my head, I'm not supposed to make mistakes. I'm supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be this. And I don't know why I got this. I never used to be like this.
Hide my facial
I
expressions.
think you said it earlier. So earlier on, you said that you constantly look forwards and you look way further just to make sure that everything is going to be, kind of in line and everything's going to be prepared. So because you're doing that, you don't ever look back at like what you've done. And you've said it. You said it before. Then you were like 2 degrees. You have 2 degrees.
Four
you speak
languages.
4 languages. You've worked in TV. You've worked as a designer. You have so much design experience.
Look at your stripes.
Yeah,
Like,
like
just look at
honestly,
your
just look
stripes.
at your stripes and like give yourself some flowers. Seriously, like talk to yourself and tell yourself that you're doing a good job because we can all see that you are.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think I need to start slowly reflecting what I've done and then just maybe even write a list.
Yeah.
Like,
and I promise I'm not trying to preach at you at all. Like we all have those moments where it's like you need to pick yourself back up.
I have too much. I never used to be like this. When I worked in TV, I used to be most positive person. Like literally no fucking negativity would go through my head. Like I was like bouncing. I was like happy. Like I was like on top of the world. But then I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the back injury or what happened, but I just went like a switch of negativity more than any positivity. I could be positive with someone else. I'll give you like literally anyone else. Like I'll give you a whole life change. I'll talk to you.
Self-love.
Yeah, but I don't think. That's the thing. I don't have self-love at the moment. Well, I'm trying to work on it, but it's a thing. I'm like, well, you're not. And I think I compare myself quite a lot. I'm like, well, you're not perfect like that person. Look at their photography or look at their design. You could have done, but you shit. So I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is...
So compare your...
Who is that?
Yeah, I was like, who's this? I was like, you horrible person. But I think I need to be like, it's okay to make mistakes. I think the way in my family, it's been like, you cannot make kind of mistakes kind of thing.
Can't afford to make mistakes.
But my mom, she's my rock. Like without my mom, I don't think I will be standing. She's always like, just do it. She's like, maybe instead of doing masseuse kind of lessons, go into photography, get more qualification into that. But she's always there. Like literally, without my mom, I don't think I'll be standing. But and my dog is fine. It's there. But it's a thing where I think I need to appreciate what I've achieved and what I've got. And so I don't think I have accomplished a lot. In my mind, it's like it's not enough, and it's always there's more to improve. But maybe one day it will be. Hopefully this year is going to be the change. But you guys give me inspo. I'm going to get up tomorrow. I'm going to go gym and photography.
Only if like this, because I'm hearing you say things like it's not enough, and it's not this, and it's like what the only ceiling. And I've not achieved anything, and I've not done this, and it's like the only ceiling I'm seeing is your own ceiling that you kind of put on yourself. Like you should give yourself a minute to just really look back at what you have, like what's in your toolkit right now. Loads of stuff's in your toolkit, and I feel like you're just not really looking at it. And you deserve the right to just look at what you've done, and just spend the day with yourself, just being like, do you know what? None of that shit. Like today's just gonna be a day for ourselves. And just spend the day with yourself and talk to yourself. Yeah. And just have one of those days. The first time I had I'm not trying to say this to be preachy because the only time that I had like a day to myself was this year where I was like, you know what? I like wrote down what I was gonna do with the day, and it was like a date. It was really nice. I was like, I'm gonna go to the cinema. I'm gonna go to that cinema over there. It's really nice. It's really small. I'm gonna go by myself. I'm gonna go watch this film. I'm gonna go get some coffee. There's a shop around the corner, Pokoslavski's. top notch. Does broccoli.
This is not an odd.
Bye. They do this tender stem broccoli, honey glazed, gorgeous. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go and have that. And then I'm gonna go buy a bunch of records. And that was the day. It was like these 3 things. I'm gonna go do these 3 things. And I spent the day with myself. And there was none of this like, oh no, I need to be working on this, or I should be doing that. Trust me, those thoughts were there where it's like, should we go back now and do this thing? Nope. Gonna spend the day with yourself. And it was so, I slept like a log that night. That night I honestly just passed out and I was like, that was a nice day.
Yeah, sounds like you followed your spirit.
I followed my spirit, but not organically. I had to write down the things that I was going to do, because if I didn't write the things down, I would have fallen into that spiral of like, I could crack on with this for work. Or I could just work on this. I could promote these posters some more. Yeah. I could do that. No, because today I don't want to. I don't want to do any of those things. Because you've been on this job hunt now for like days, back to back to back. If you think about it, like if you are the master of your own world and you are your own boss, you ain't giving yourself a day off. You don't even give yourself the evening off. One day for like the past 2 weeks, you're not giving yourself a day off. Maybe you should, and it doesn't have to cost anything.
And the like funny thing is, like, I got PlayStation 5, isn't it? And then it gave me a thing, like I've got it nearly a year, and it gave me a thing, you only played 36 hours over the whole year. Because I feel guilty to just sit down and play my PlayStation, which helps, like, I love God of War. So I was like, okay, so I've got it for over a year, 36 hours. I was like, some people play that within an hour. Yeah.
An hour every 10 days. Quick maths, that, you know.
And I was like, this is the thing. It's like, I think I need to stop feeling guilty of spending time with myself, feeling like I'm wasting time. But I wanted to do that kind of thing, go on a date to myself. Do you know, like, it's a new thing, isn't it, to go somewhere and think. But I'm like, but I can't let myself push through this.
Yes,
because
you can.
I was like, because there's so many other things that you should be doing instead of wasting time.
Those other things can wait a day.
That's the thing. Yeah, so
I'm at this point, I'm begging you.
I said to my mum, I was like, just because I got car payments coming, I was like, Mum, can you just lend me a little bit? I was like, so I could just go out. I got an appointment on the 20th, like she's paying for my nails. And I was like, I'm just going to take camera with me, go on a shoot same time, get my nails done, and afterwards go for more shoot, and then sit down and just have one coffee. And I'll be like, that won't be the end of the world, I was saying to myself. So that's a plan. I make the plans in my head, but it never happens. But I'm gonna do it. It's on Saturday.
It's fuming that you've not spent the day with yourself.
I think it's like, you know, when you got that, like, you got that person that you hate and you don't want to spend time. That's me. It's me. I don't want to spend time with myself. It's like, sometimes I could just sit there on a computer and I'm like, what am I doing? I was like, I applied for everything that there is. I was like,
yes.
I'm applying even
You
jobs
haven't taken
in
out
London.
your camera?
No, I haven't. I think since I got my camera,
Just
I have
start
spent
from there.
36 hours.
Just start from there. Just say to yourself, you know what? Once a week, I'll take the camera out at least for an hour.
Yeah.
At least for an hour, and then let everything else unfold.
Yeah.
Because out of
He's
that,
saying that's your space where, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the thing that makes you feel good.
Yeah. But all of what we're saying right now is so much easier said than done. Like, it's so much easier
It's like
said than
rewiring.
done. But it's almost like if you're holding yourself accountable to like a lot of things which aren't fully in your control.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of this. So when things don't necessarily
too.
work, you're blaming yourself for a lot of these things.
When you can't even control it.
Yeah, but what you can control is you just stepping out with the camera. Like that's one thing where that's all on you. If you don't do it, you don't do it. But you can do that. Like that's something that's in your control. And once you start doing that, and you're like, oh, I did it. Even that thing of saying, oh, I did it, starts this like conversation with yourself. Again, easier said than done. Like this is so much easier said than done. But like, let's just go and play with the camera.
Yeah,
you don't
just
want to go by
nurture the
yourself
scene.
first time.
Yeah.
Just give me a day. Just give me a day that you want to go
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah.
Like it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just to be there with someone who's so passionate about that thing. Like honestly, like I'll be there.
Do you know what? I bought a thing as well for, what's it called? It's a DG. Do you know the one you put your phone on and just move your hand?
Oh, the gimbal.
I bought that as well. And I haven't used it. And I wanted to go out and then just go. I was like, I have in my mind Naruto scenario when Madara is talking about like love. Do you know the speech?
Anime,
yeah. So I wanted to do a video to kind of that's
Similar
my
to
favorite.
Christopher. I think Christopher's.
He's One Piece.
Yes, he did
but
One Piece. Yeah.
Naruto has been kind of my like childhood. You watched it, and then his speech is always stays in your head.
Yeah.
It's a very good speech as well. So it was kind of like going different locations, but I was like, I've got in my head what I want. But it's like it never comes out the head. It's like even what you know how many notebooks I got? Over 50 notebooks, brand new. Like, I'm scared to put a pen onto them to write. I buy more, but I don't write in them.
This one is pretty.
Yes, that's how it is.
Eva has this one section of her room which just looks like a shop. It's like these untouched notebooks. Got 2021, 2022.
And they're all kind of like gold with like different designs on them. They're so beautiful.
Again, I don't really see a problem with that because I think you're just collecting beautiful print finishes. Like as a graphic designer, you're just collecting things.
But I
which
buy
just
two
look-
of the same because I'm like, oh,
Just
but
in
what if I
case.
ruin? That's the thing again. If I ruin one, I got
Have a
another one.
backup.
the same.
ludicrous. It's just ludicrous.
Yeah.
I was trying to make what you were saying kind of beautiful. You made it ludicrous.
Yeah, that's it.
Would you say you're a serial planner?
It could be, but the thing is, I'm a serial planner, but I don't fucking plan anything. It's in my head. It's all planned from day
Yeah.
one. Or like 6 o'clock, you get up. 6 o'clock, you go for a walk. It's 6:30, you go for a walk. You get back at 7:30. 7:30, you make some kind of breakfast. You have some food. Then you go to gym. Then you take your dog out for a walk. And I was like, then you go get your camera and go do photography. Come back, edit them, but it never happens. I was like,
Just keep it like.
it just
I know.
feels. Yeah.
Just keep your own word to yourself.
Yeah.
Like well, I was gonna say trust.
See, if it was
me.
for someone else, I would be there.
You would
someone
ever. If
Yeah,
I
that's
asked you to come around to my house at 5:15 a.m., I guarantee you would be
Yeah, I would
outside
be
at
there.
5:15
She was
a.m.
outside before me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was late to my own house today, but it's neither here nor there. You would
For
be
anyone
there.
else, I'll
And
do
you-
anything.
You would be out at
Sorry.
my house at 5:15.
No, that's it. That's fine. That's fine. Oh no, it was
Too far.
yeah, that's cool.
And
Sorry.
you wouldn't even ask what for.
Yeah.
You would just show up.
Yeah.
But the way you can't
Show
do
up
it
for
for
yourself.
yourself is like you're trash talking my friend, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Eva who shows herself in front of friends would do anything.
Yeah.
You
I would go kill for you for someone and I'll
and
bury
I almost
them,
did.
yeah.
But would
I
you
almost-
kill
I
for
almost didn't wanna
yourself?
say
No,
it.
nah. I'll be like, nah, it's okay.
You would burn
Unless
nations
it's a
to the
deer.
ground
Yeah.
for your friends.
I
But for
would.
yourself, like you won't do the same thing.
No.
And I think when you get into a mindset of just negative self-talk, it's so hard to get out of that.
Yeah.
But it's just like a little tiny, teeny little baby step.
Yeah.
So I'm saying by the end of tomorrow, you need to give me a day as to when you want to go and shoot, or give me a day and show me like 3 photographs you took.
Okay.
Like if
I
we're
see, I
playing
like
that
a
game,
challenge. When you
if-
say challenge, I
if
love
you're saying you
challenges.
show up for me at 5:15, then it's
Yeah.
kind of like, do you start by doing it for yourself, or do you start by doing it for someone else? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
So if
see
it's
what
more
you
of like
mean.
a challenge, does it then it becomes like a habit?
Do you remember that challenge I did, the weight loss one for 6 weeks?
Yeah.
I was getting up at 5:45. I was up. I was walking 10,000 steps by 7 a.m. I was
Because
done.
someone else was
Because
telling
someone
you
else,
to.
yeah, and it was a challenge.
okay.
I love challenges,
I'm gonna
literally.
set a photography challenge.
It's the-
Maybe,
that's the thing.
maybe we all do it.
Yeah.
3 posts a week.
3 posts a week. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That have to be like
that's-
new images made or new images.
just post something. Well, 3 things a week. It's up to you how you want to do it.
Okay.
If you want to recycle, by any means recycle. But whatever recycling is going to run.
I don't
out
have
at some
anything
point.
recycled
Yeah, like-
anymore. I was like, I used everything up. I was
Just
like,
gonna
Three
run out.
gigabytes of call, like, it's not gonna run out.
Exactly. So yeah.
But yeah, I think it's for anyone else, I'll be there. That's the thing, like for anyone else, like if someone goes, oh, I need you here, I'll be there.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And then I think I need to pretend maybe I'm someone else and just be there for
But Nate's
myself.
asking for 3 posts a week.
Yeah. Just 3 posts.
Are you
And
trying to-
also this is being said in front of many people.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, so to keep up with the content, there's going to be mine here. Ava's there. Overspray. Yes, I threw you in. Sorry, yeah, I'm not sorry.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Overspray.
yeah. But no, I think that's a challenge. Let's
Okay.
see how.
Okay.
If
Go
I
and-
fail,
go and
no, I'm
check her
joking.
page out and see if she did it, please. Yep, we need a bit of pressure.
Yeah,
Loads
yeah,
of pressure.
yeah.
you just
I was
wanna
like,
apply-
6 a.m. guys, I'm up. I'm away now.
No, just do it. Because as far as me, like rather than comparing, like because you mentioned that you compare a lot.
Yeah.
Like the weird thing is that as far as me, Well, actually, you know what? Thanks to the homies, thanks to you. Actually, I'll include you in that because even when I see something of yours that you've posted, it reminds me like, yo, gotta post something. Like, it's like
Yeah.
a transpiration from the homies as well. It's like, oh, yo, I just did this, or I'm performing now, or I'm doing ABC. It's like, oh, actually, I need to get in mind.
Yeah.
Rather than comparing how it looks. If I feel like comparing, I'll look at my latest photo that I just edited compared to the one
That's
I
how
did
it's written, yeah.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, bro, what is that?
Where does that phrase come from with comparison is a thief of joy?
It
Is it
comes
the
from
Bible?
someone.
Where's it come from?
It might be.
I think it was in the Bible.
Or maybe the Bible words it a little differently.
Yeah, it's one of the. It's
Or maybe-
not a sentence, but you should not be comparing
Or maybe
yourself.
it's Marcus.
Rashford, yeah.
No, really. Yeah, I'm talking. Okay, to be fair, it's it sounds a bit stoic. Or it has
Comparison being the thief of joy.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know where I
is.
was going with that. I just wanted to say something.
Alright.
No, it is. Like, I completely agree with that. Because then you start looking where you could be, but then you're not that person. So you can never be there anyway. And actually give yourself some credit, or give your eye some credit. Just follow your spirit and just, did you have fun? Yes. In terms of comparison, that's neither here nor there. It's down to anyone's taste
I
palette.
was saying to
or what they
myself, I
like.
think it's to compare with your past, like a year
Exactly.
back, how you did it.
Yeah.
But there was a lady that I saw on TikTok. They were talking about basically you can't push something that you really want into the universe because you're pushing it away more. Like, I was thinking to myself, it's out of my hands. I apply. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But I think if I didn't have all those bills, I'm not gonna lie, I would not give a fuck if I had a job or not.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck
What
this
would you
shit.
be doing?
What would I be doing?
If bills didn't exist?
I'll be out there. I think
Doing what?
I'll be doing my photography, I'll be doing my design, I'll be teaching myself how to be video editor, I'll be teaching myself how to do After Effects, I'll be doing a lot more. And I will not have that in my back of my head going, you're wasting time, you're wasting time, you're wasting time. But if I didn't have any of those bills, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm a free person.
So-
I could be like anything.
Yeah.
I would go back home.
You are a free person.
I would go back home.
What do you mean?
Georgia, yeah, I'll go back to Georgia.
Would you?
I would do photography there. There's so many nature and like, because I've got cousins and family.
Yeah.
They'll be taking me to different locations where I want to go, do my photography, and I'll be like, fuck this. Because I've got no bills here, so I don't care there. I'll live at my family member's house, that's it. See, that's the thing,
What's your
it's the
take-
bills that hold you back.
Okay, what's your take on this the statement I'm going to make, which is things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Doesn't mean anything to you.
It does. It's always, as a Orthodox Christian, well, religious person, it's always, my mum always says to me, whatever you plan, God always laughs at you because he's got his own plan for you. So it's like, don't plan things. It comes to you. So it's, that's the thing as you need to, I shouldn't be planning. I shouldn't be like, I said to me, when was it? When I was 18, I was like, by 25, I was going to be married, I'm going to have kids, I'm going to have a house. I'm not even in a fucking relationship. I'm not even married. No kids, no house. So it's like, don't plan. It's because it's like, end of the day, it's a fancy. It's great to have goals. Goals and plans are two different things.
So with that understanding...
I like that. That's a nice differentiation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go.
I fumbled it. I
No, with
fumbled
that
it.
understanding goals, plans.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. So with that understanding, how do you find yourself in depressed moments or depressive moments? If that makes sense. Because listening to your words, it sounds to me like there is some sort of acknowledgement or understanding into maybe the way of the universe of some sort.
Oh yeah, I bought a lot of books about manifestations, numerology. I'm reading numerology needs to read.
The journey of synchronicity.
Yeah.
The windows speak. Yeah.
I get it. It's written. It's not you put it out there. I want. It's I desire this. It's more because what you want might be not written in books for you. So it's like you can never be like. I wanted to be married by now, have children now. I'm like off. Well, it's 50-50. If happens, happens. But I wanted to be married. I wanted to be in a relationship. But you can't plan things. It's now like I noticed if I plan a day ahead, like last week when I was like, I was going to go photography on the beach. I lost my voice. I went sick. So it's the way I see it is like I shouldn't plan and just go with it. It's like I think the way I live. Oh, if I don't get it done, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. But that tomorrow never comes. Like even with diets, I'll do it Monday. That Monday never comes. So it's best. I went food shopping today. I bought my chicken breast. Starting it tomorrow. Going all full on tomorrow. So it's better to just be like, yeah, I'm just going to do it straight in the point. I think I answered it.
It's like, yeah, you did. But it's like, to me, it sounds like you also have the answers to most of what we're actually talking about.
I got answers for anyone else that wants it. For anyone else, I could solve your problems like this. But for myself, I don't.
Why don't you apply them?
Oh, okay, hang on. So, okay, I'm Katie. I'm passionate about photography, but I can't start. I just don't know how to start.
I'll give you a location. I'll come with you to do the photography.
Get out! Get out! We're done.
From my list of locations, I've got locations that I need to go.
Are you aware of the fact that you have all the answers for your...
Yeah, I do, but I think I ignore it for myself. It feels it's like you're not worthy enough kind of thing for myself. And I don't know why I was like, I never used to be like this. When I worked in TV, I was like, bam, next job.
What was your, just for like the audience, what was your history with like in TV? Like what did that look like as a career?
Oh my gosh, I was badass in TV. Everyone knew me for snacks as well. I was on top of my work. Like literally, if I now have my back injury, I think I still would be in TV. Everyone knew me. I had all the contestants and like apprentice praising me, like, oh, Eva, it's great. It's like, I was on top of I was 10 steps ahead of anything else. I did have a nickname, Eva the Tank, as well, because I was so strong. But I worked so hard. I worked so many hours. I had blisters on my hand. I got pictures where I was like, because holding the lights and walking backwards on the X Factor. I worked my ass off to get into being a production runner, which means they take care of you, the company. So you go with them traveling, they pay for your hotels and everything. So you don't spend a penny with that. I worked my ass off. I had blisters on my feet. I had blisters on my hands. I loved TV. It was fantastic.
What did you love about it?
I think it was the excitement of different day, what was going on. Nice. And then it was kind of like, and I used to get up like 3 a.m. in the morning. We used to finish at 12 and then you have to be up at 3 a.m. to go into the shoot. And it was different, but I knew the results afterwards. I think it was a thing when I used to get credits and then I would see my name on TV. I was like, oh my God, that's how I was. I was patting myself. Yeah. And then I was like, and then I saw my name on, it's IMDb. Yeah, so I got two or three credits on there as well. And I was like, I'm very proud, but I don't know what happened to that ever to now. I was literally, everyone was like, even now I got people still message, like I speak to camera operators. But I did message and say, I want to get into cameras.
What did your exit from TV look like, just for a second before we move on?
Well, blacklisted, I think. But yeah, it was because of the
being a tank.
The tank, because it was when I was sent. I'm not gonna say which company it was. When I was sent home, I was sent home with over 30 kg cameras, and then I could not leave them. I used to live upstairs, so I could not leave them there because anyone opened the door, grab it, like the cost £10,000. So I put both of them on my side, 2 tripods, going up to my studio. I heard my back just went, and my back went really bad, and that's when it all started. And then my back was really, really bad. Literally, I was working, I'm not going to say, it's a very big show, very big entertainment show. And I was crying. And then 2 presenters was like, are you okay? I was like in tears. I had to go to hospital. My mum came in, took me to emergency. And then my back went bad. And then and my mum was like, do you know, family, oh my God, you should sue. You can't sue big company with a lawyer that's like no win, no fee. So,
no.
So I went into that, and then just the whole thing went down. But again, women in TV are very, very bitchy. It's very hard. It's very hard, and it's who you know. That's how you get. Or you have to be an ass licker. That's how you get a job, or you don't. And I could not be that person. I was like, you take me. with my job, otherwise you don't. And then they're like, oh my God. And then also a little bit of racism because I'm a foreign. And then someone did say to me, you know what, you're not going to get far because of your accent. And I was like, oh, fantastic. So it's who you know. And then there was a guy who got junior, and then he was not even turning up to the job. And then I was there at 3 a.m., packed the whole van with the food. I was working on one of the shows. It was a Future, I'm not going to say the name again. Packed the whole van. He came when everything was packed. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I just overslept. And then he got a job afterwards, high up, and then I didn't. I was like, I packed the whole car by myself. It was a big van. And then you come in Wednesday, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I got pissed off that time. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, I did this by myself. It's for both of us. But it's who you know, who you lick ass, and then that's how you get in there. Lick ass. But yeah, it was I finished, I think, on a bad note because we went to Russia when I was filming, and then I basically was getting injections from a receptionist. Like, they had nurses in hospital, in the hotels they got nurses. My back was so bad that I was getting injections, and then like there was a French woman producer, and she just was like a horrible person. So I just got let go, and I think, and just fizzled out, and then that's it.
And so whilst you're working in TV, like this is all, so you're living in London, so you're living like away from home at this point.
Yeah.
As any of that, do you think that like being in London played a role in any of that?
Yeah, you're gonna laugh how it was. I was in London, I was still phoning my dad going, Dad, I'm going out. Yeah, I was strict parents. I was like, I'm going out. He's like, oh yeah, you just get home by 10. I was like, yeah, I get home. And I still kept a thingy, but it was a bit lonely because I was working quite a lot of hours, and I would get home and be like, in 7 days, I'd get 1 day off, and like, not 7, like more 8 days, and I would sleep. But I did enjoy that freedom of being alone and then going, getting the food, and I'll be cooking. I was cooking food for myself as well. It felt different, but still I had that control of me where I'm far away. I was like 24, still phoning my dad. My parents going, yeah, I'm going out. And he's like, yeah, get home, don't drink. I was like, yeah. And I would listen. I was away, and I would listen. I'll be back home about 10:30, 11. I'll be like, yeah, I'm home. That's how big it is. And I disagree. I don't think traditional is fine, but there's traditional and there's control that you go into. And then there was nights where I would go nights out, and then but I was like,
oh, you're snitching now. They're gonna find out.
Nights out, get drunk, don't know how I got home. But it was, but it still felt guilty. See, it's the, I think it's upgrade. So if I ever have a child, I don't think I would give the same upbringing as mine. It would be more pushing and be like, go, enjoy, experience. But at the same time, be like, where are you? Are you safe? But it'll be different.
So you were saying something about wanting to kind of get pursue like that camera life again. Have you been speaking to people?
Yeah, I spoke. He's a really nice guy. I spoke to him about like with the cameras, but he's like, oh, what do you want to go into? And he gave me it's a lady that I spoke to in photography. She said she's gonna speak to me after Christmas, but I might message her, be like, oh hi, how are you? But I would want to get back into like proper camera filming. But then again, I was like, is my back gonna hold out? I was like, because it is, end of the day, you're standing non-stop, and those cameras are quite heavy. So I was like, would I be able to hold out? Would I be able to stand there? I know some of them, like, you just sit, you put it on a tripod, and just like, when they're doing interviews. But when you're doing out filming, I was like, can I hold out? And then you have to go through London, you have to go through training. I do got my mum's friend that she lives in London, she's like, just come live with us, it's fine. But I was like, would I be able to hold out? See, there's always something.
That doubt.
You've got a lot of answers to the a lot of solutions to these things that you kind of proposing. It's only one way to find out, really. Isn't it?
So I'm gonna see, but it's there's massive training that you have to go through before you could be a camera operator, and it's like you have to be a junior to another camera operator, so you have to be before you could move up.
Yeah, like an apprentice.
But again, it's live in London. It's always in London. So live in London. Would I find location? How much are they paying? Is it going to be enough? Same time. And the main thing is, would my back be able to hold out for hours?
Yeah.
All things you can't control.
Yeah, it's like the back
But what?
is the main concern, but otherwise everything else is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. No, like give yourself some credit and go outside.
God, I like my little shopping,
Oh,
my
yeah,
little shopping centre.
bring your camera. Yeah, bring your camera with
But
you.
yeah, no, definitely. I'm going. I told my mom, I was like, I was like, you have to sort yourself out this week. I was like, I'm going. I was like, I have no content to post. No content.
How do we find content?
I need to go outside.
You know the solution.
Yeah, simplified.
To be fair, we did this backwards. So, like, what got you into photography?
That's so
Oh, I had this tiny camera, like I think it was Sony. Do you know those little ones you press and go? Zzz,
The film ones.
Yeah, the little one.
Yeah.
And it was in Georgia. We went back, and we've not been in Georgia for over 10 years. Went back, and then we went up on this weird, like on top of church, and then I saw this. Is it like a green? Is it hoppo? What would you call it? Mantis.
Yeah.
The
Like a
green one.
cricket.
Cricket. So it was
All
like,
right, yes.
It was
Mantis,
and he caught a massive. No, it was not a bee. It was the other one.
Beetle.
Not a beetle. It's like a bee,
Wasp.
but it was massive, and it was holding and it was breaking in pieces and eating. I was like, oh my god! And there was loads of them. And I was like, I have to take a photo. As I was taking, my mum was filming.
You and violence.
Yeah, it was my first photo, and I was like. My mum's like screaming, Eva, come down, you're gonna get bitten. I was like, no. I was like, this is the best
Gotta
moment.
get this shot.
I was like, and then I got it. I got in because it was like tiny zoom, and I got as close as possible. Like they were all over me.
Got
and
stung.
it was like I got a pic, nearly, but it was like breaking in pieces, and I was like biting into it, and you could see though it was bitten. I was like, oh my god! I could stay there for hours taking photos of it. I could be died. I didn't care, but I was like, I got the shot, and I was like, Mom, look at this, and I got this, and I've still got it on my phone. It was one of my favorite shots, but I was like, this is what I enjoyed, and I was thinking to myself, I stood there. I'm scared of wasps, and I was like, I stood there. I was like, I could have been dead because they were not little ones. They were massive, and there was loads of them. But I was like, I really enjoyed that. And then I was like, flowers and bees. And I bought my first Sony camera. I still got it. It's at home. But when I bought it, my mum's friend or my dad's friend, no, it was my brother's friend. He's like, oh, you bought a shit camera. And I was like,
There's always some hate.
and then I was like, I'm gonna prove it to you. And I took a photo. I took a photo of like a flower and it had bees on it flying about. And I was like, yeah, what do you think of this? And he was like, oh, it's nice actually. I was like, yeah, of course it is nice. It's not about the camera, it's the way you take the shots. And it's about the lens. But I think that was when I fell in. I like detail, even with like my bags, I'm a massive crazy person with bags. I like the detail of tiny things like the sewing, the marks, everything. Like, so when I see out nature, the tiniest details, like mushrooms, I put a lot of mushrooms in mine because you could see a lot of detail, and I love micro photography. One day I'm gonna get one of those lenses, 13K, one day.
Yeah.
But this, like today and tomorrow?
I'm gonna
Just going to use the camera that we've
what
got,
we have.
which is a work of art of a camera.
It is.
I mean, I really want that camera. It's a really dope camera. It's one that I look and be like, I'm gonna get you. But guess what? I'm okay where I'm at.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'll get you though.
So I was like, I've got these cameras and I need them to bring money in before you could buy anything else. So, because they weren't cheap. They were not cheap.
But again, like, is looking at the finances like the best way of just approaching you getting back into photography, or is it just reminding yourself of the passion? Because how you talk about like the first picture you took with that, even with the
I still
camera,
got that camera as well.
But like even that picture, you still have that image. Do you know what I mean? So like with that camera, you took that image that sparked all this stuff off. It isn't about the equipment.
No.
I mean, it can be.
It was the
and,
moment.
Like, but if you're passionate about it, then people will
Feed
buy
it.
into the passion.
Yeah.
And that wherever that goes, like the money will follow that. But like it shouldn't be necessarily be the driving force. I found any time that I'm like doing any work where money is like the driving force, the work is shit.
Yeah.
The work's just the soulless. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just here's a thing.
I would love to, like in the future, to be a freelancer and just work for myself, because I noticed I find soul drying working for companies, the ones that got massive brand guidelines, and then that they don't let you really experienced. Like,
Yeah, there's quite a lot of boundaries.
Yeah, it's like when I was doing design, sometimes like graphic designs, I was like, I don't like this because I was like, it's not what I got in my head, and then you just have to like, does that fit in that? And I noticed myself really badly. This is really bad. When I do a design, I show it to someone else to get it critiqued, and I think that pushes my confidence down because I feel like, oh, that means that I'm not good enough. Because if they're like, oh, it's like I'll do changes, and they're like, oh, it's okay. But
how do you take criticism?
I like criticism. I don't have issues with it. But then that's the thing, because I like criticism, because then that stays with me. I'm like, well, remember that person said this about you. That means, yeah, they might be right.
Oh, you like it because you keep it in a bank of
criticism
to put yourself
boxes.
down, right? Okay.
But the thing is, I don't take it. Someone else's criticism, I'm like, yeah, it might stay with me for a day or something. But then I was like, oh,
that's even too long. They make it sound like so. No, it's just a day.
Yeah, but
wait a minute. Wait, what?
But I think I need to feel proud of my work when I do my work, because my mum sees it or something, she's like, she loves it. But I was like, oh, it's just mother's love. But there is some of my work that I was like, I should be proud of, but I cannot give that feeling of being proud of it. It's weird, but yeah, I think I need to start feeling a bit proud of myself or things that I've achieved, but I just don't feel like I've done enough in my 33 years. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what
like,
it is. I don't feel
feeling like
enough
you've done enough. That's fine, because that means you do have a scope of not. Well, maybe, I don't know if you do, but it's like, I can get better at this, or I can improve, or it's like, you know what, there is progress here.
But the thing is, I could improve, but I'm not doing shit to improve. That's the thing. Like
Statements, I'm sorry, the words you're choosing. Like,
it's like I said to myself, I've got all this time, I should get into like After Effects because of video editing, more into it, because that's what they're looking for, design. But I'm like, I look at my computer and I was like, but I need it. But it's something that I'm not interested as much. So it's really hard when you're not interested in something to try and push yourself to get interested into it. But again, I have to be able to get a job in the future, because no one is looking now. Graphic designer is not just graphic designer anymore. You have to be videographer, you have to be a video editor, you have to do After Effects, you have to do everything. And I think that's what's killing the passion off with design as well, because it's not just graphic design anymore. You have to be everything and anything. Yeah, so it's like
balance. I think balance is one word that I want to say. If within the job, and it's necessary that you get a job, you will get a job. But if that inside the job is where you're not finding passion, you have to find that outside of the job. Yeah. And so it could not be clearer that photography is your passion. Like that could not be more apparent. So like if you need a balance, you need to balance things out. You've found a way that you can make yourself buoyant. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's by using the camera and taking
that's going to fuel your tank.
Images, which will fuel everything else. If you have that passion there, it will fuel everything else. It will fuel your job search. It will fuel everything else. You start using the camera, your mind is like, I want that lens. All right, okay. It provides a different hustle, whereas right now you're doing it because you need to. Yeah. And there's nothing more than because you just need to. True. And so that voice in your head just gets louder and louder and louder because there's no counterbalance to it. So I feel like we've said this. If you watch this back and it was like a drinking game with how many times we tell you to go and take photographs, people would be wavy at this point. Go and use your camera, please. Use your camera.
I'm definitely going to do it. It's I think this is a nice chat. It's like a therapy. I do appreciate it, guys. Free therapy. Thank you very much.
We're just saying words.
But I think I need to, because I was always like, literally, I was thinking to myself, I was like, what is my passion? Like, why am I born here? I was like, what do I need to do? But every time I think that, I was like, photography comes into my head. I was like, photography. But I was like, I was like, I do love it, and I do love the little details that you could take off it. But I was like to myself again, and I think that's what it is. I think photography, like, but at the same time I feel guilty because like graphic design, but graphic design could be the breadwin kind of thing until the photography is developed more into breadwin. But I was even looking at getting drones. I was like, a droid, getting a little droid as well, do you know what I mean? Flying about. But I think
but it even circles back to what we were saying earlier on about like the system and reimagining what the system is. So and again, you have all the answers here because you're not talking about a job being the thing you need because that's what I need to feel like I'm a success. You're saying I'm going to use this job to fund what it is that I want to do.
Yeah.
And that in itself is a different way of looking at the landscape of consumerism and what we've been asked to do. I feel like we both are doing similar things as well with the way we see our job is it pays the bills.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, it pays for like the things we want to do within our own hobbies and the things we're passionate about.
It funds what makes me feel good.
It's just a funding
acknowledge
system.
it for that.
Yeah. And so I feel like in looking at it like that, it could take the pressure off you being like, okay, this job needs to be perfect, it needs to be this.
Yeah.
It needs to pay the bills to give you a bit of wiggle room so that you can pursue photography as your route in, which is kind of what you're doing right now, it feels like.
Essentially. And to be fair, like on a different perspective, it's like, or in a different world, in a different realm or whatever, it's like maybe, just maybe, I could be wrong about this, but it's just hypothesis in the sense of maybe, just maybe you being out of a job is actually the universe trying to say, yo, use the cameras.
That could be. I was thinking to myself,
Like,
it's like, I was thinking about being out of job could be like, get to know myself kind of thing, and to kind of see what I need to. I think I feel like if I don't do that, I'm not going to get a job. So I feel like I need to kind of
You'll
develop
get a
myself.
job and you'll look back
When
at this
you're
time
happy.
and feel like it's wasted time. Nah, you'll get a job and you'll look back on this window of time that you had
And you waste it.
it will just be dead
It always
time.
happens like that. It always happens like that.
So let's not do.
So let's not repeat this level or the stage.
You're being tested and tested. Like, you use this time right this time.
Yeah.
And
So
to have conversations with yourself. Yeah.
So I need to get some
all
other
of this
footage.
is easier said than done, but like one step at a time, not necessarily. Like you can.
It's
you can work
cold
towards these
outside.
things. So wrap up, get a hat on, get a coat on, and go outside.
Yeah. So no, I'm gonna do it. I'm not saying that. Yeah. But I am definitely gonna do it because I feel like if I don't do that, I'm not gonna get. It feels like my body, everything is saying, if you. Like, it feels like God gave me this time for now to kind of develop myself and see what I really want to do. So I need to go do photography and videography and then kind of feel that into it. And I think that will come.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
Do what you want. That's the thing. Do what you want.
Yeah.
But it's so hard. But yeah, I'll do what I want. Yeah, I'll get it done. I'll get it done.
You will.
No, you will, because like I said, it makes you feel good.
Because I don't have no more content to put out as well. I need to put out.
Oh, so it means you. Well, the week has started. You already. No, I'm joking.
I need more content. But I would love to do photography model photography, like fashion photography as well. Like there's.
Noted.
So yeah.
Any aspiring models here who want to shoot? Like, is this not a space where we can make conducive things happen? Like, if you want to shoot, drop a message, and we'll put you guys in touch. We'll all link up. And shoot and just play. You know. People want to model.
See, that's the thing. I want a model to experiment with. So I don't know how many people would have that kind of time. Like, oh, I want to experiment with lights.
Wait, what?
No, not in that way.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Right now, you're talking about something that you have zero control over.
Yeah. That's true.
Only you will create the boundaries when you get in that space. But as far as anything, you can't control that. All you gotta do is just take the opportunity and then let everything else unfold.
Yeah.
But as far as thinking, but what if they don't like ABC? Cross that bridge when you're not there yet.
Yeah. So see, this is a thing I'm like, oh, what if I'm doing the slides and they'll be like, Eva, you're taking too long. I'm already like thinking things that never happened before. So I'm like, I'm doing this kind of thing. Like, I don't know why my mind works that way. I think of things like, oh, what if you do this? And they'll be like, no, you're taking too much time. I don't like this photo. What if something goes wrong? I was like, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm panicking now. I'm like, oh my God, why am I rethinking things? But I'm like, I should just go in, be like, I'm just going to be experimenting with you. This is my new thing that I'm trying out. So if you're okay, please, that's it. And then I already found a studio as well.
Do. Like, that's what models, they're so used
That's
to.
what they aspire to. And also it adds to their catalogue or their
Yeah,
portfolio to be like, I've done this.
Well, in a way, like, if you kind of spin the narrative, you picking out these worst case scenarios means that when you attempt any of these things, that shit's never going to happen anyway. So it's always going to be better than the expectation that you've kind of set. So if anything, you've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Because if a model turned around and was like, you're taking too long, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be
Person's
working.
just a dick. Like,
that's it. Move on. Like I said.
It'd be very, very rare that would happen. So
Like, I even found a where my brother's got a studio, because they do like marble tables and stuff, like furniture. I found a studio, and I think it's £55 for 8 hours. Yes.
That's a steal.
It is. They do all the lights, they got all the equipment and stuff. So I was like,
And also, what you guys are both forgetting is I work at the uni.
I know, we've got pending conversations about that. But like, just to close off your imagination, I heard something not long ago. It's either Robert Greene or Marcus Aurelius. I know the time differences, or the timelines are a bit wild. One is 2,000 years ago, one is alive right now. But like, no, like the statement of the phrase was, we suffer more in imagination than in reality.
yes.
And it sounds like that's what you're doing.
Yep, I suffer more in my imagination than in reality. It's like, it's so hard to get out of it, and I don't know. I never used to be like this, and I don't know, is it the old age coming onto it, or what is going on?
Old age.
Yeah, I'm nearly 40 in like
honestly.
7 years.
Nearly 40. If you're nearly 40, you're also nearly 30. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, I was like, so it's kind of like my mind just goes overdrive, like overthinker. I'm extreme overthinker. Like even sometimes, like when I've been on dates or something, and I'm like, "Ooh, how did I go?" And I overthink, or even before I go, I'm like thinking different scenarios, and I was like, "Why am I thinking different scenarios?" I was like, "I shouldn't. I should just be like blank mind, just go
No,
in."
like, I think you can think all that, but at the same time, it's like, don't alienate yourself. Just think about, it's human nature.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with me, and it's not like any of those things are going to materialize, and if they do, then, okay, we're here now.
Yeah.
But going back to, you can't control it anyway.
No, I can't control.
It's a strategic mind to like think of all of these different scenarios, but to forget that they're scenarios and they're not real.
I get
is
so
a danger
tired.
thing. Yeah,
You
Like,
know
it
what?
gets very, very tiring. Like
Yeah.
literally, it drains you out, and then you're like, I don't want to do anything anymore.
Can I suggest something?
Yes. Therapy.
So, see, sorry, this just popped into my head. Like, see, like you were saying, okay, to go shoot somewhere.
Yeah.
Then you start coming up with, a list of things that might go
Yeah.
wrong. Have you ever considered writing all those things that you can come up with, writing them down,
Yeah.
go out and see how much you can cross out?
That's a good idea, actually. Actually, I'm going to try that.
It's almost like you're testing yourself, like, okay, I think this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Go outside
Yeah.
with your list and see which ones actually
True.
do
It's called
happen.
fear setting.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what it is.
Do you
Do you know
know
what?
what? Who was that?
I was drunk.
Yeah.
I thought it was that dude. Like, I thought I just did something. All right, never mind.
You did.
Like,
You did
I thought
do
I did something.
You quoted someone.
But-
But
Yeah,
I agree
yeah.
with you. Like when I'm trying to
It's
go
a
to
really
new
good tactic.
locations, I'm like, "Ooh, am I going to find the right parking? Am I going to be in the right location? Ooh, am I driving?" This is what goes through my head, and I was like, "Oh," because I've been on driving
Nate's
for 2
right,
years.
though.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah, I'm
What
gonna do
the
that.
only difference with what they say when it comes to fear setting is that you write down all of the worst case scenarios and then you find solutions for them. So you write a list. So you write them all here. Next to it, okay, let's say that does happen. What do you do to get out of it?
Yeah.
And then like, what is the impact that has on you? And then so you go through and you fix
So
all the
combat,
problems
yeah.
before they
I
even
see
happen.
that. I see
I
that.
like that.
Whereas mine is based, like that one is imagination versus imagination because imagining both scenarios.
Yeah.
But this one's like imagination versus reality.
Reality. Yeah.
It's true.
Like
It's true.
list all the things like, well, what if I trip? What if and
Yeah.
go
So
outside?
if you trip, okay.
Ah,
that
yep, I guess I tripped. Huh.
Save the camera.
So next time, see, once again, that's a lesson learned. Like, okay, so next time I need to be careful because
Yeah.
I tripped. Cool. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
But I think analysing a situation for all the things that it could potentially be is a really important thing to do.
Yeah.
But if all that happens from that is you don't do the thing you were setting out to do, then it's not serving you at all. Whereas
Yeah.
that skill of being able to look at a scenario and look at it from all these different angles, it can be so beneficial to yourself and your practice. But like only if
Yeah.
you don't let it be like a block in between you and the thing you're passionate about. I think that's why I don't think we've ever so passionately
Yeah, I'm
like
sorry. I'm sorry. Like you triggered us.
talking about a passion, like
Yeah.
something you're passionate about. And when someone isn't doing something to like
Something that feeds your spirit.
but
feeds
something
your
where you
soul.
have answers
Yeah.
to all of these
Yeah.
problems, then it's infuriating. to
Sorry,
watch.
we are your friends.
It's like therapy.
That's
I
the only
like
reason.
it.
That's the only reason we're
Sometimes
going
it
in.
get harsh. You need to
Yeah.
hear it.
Nate keeps looking at me like, uh-huh.
Like, yeah, you're saying words. I'm like, huh, interesting
Yeah,
choice of
you have
words.
you have all the answers.
I do. I think,
and the passion, and that is so rare. Like that's
to be
so rare
honest,
to come
like
across.
now I figure out what my passion is speaking to you. So
But
like,
you already
but I didn't
you
know
already
that.
knew, though.
You're not
Like-
listening to yourself.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
already
know
knew.
that. I was
We
like,
asked a very basic question.
yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, like how was it then?
I was gonna go all this like depth, going traveling, not
You
traveling.
did,
I was
you
gonna.
did.
I was thinking to myself, I need to figure myself out. Maybe I should go to the woods, go for a walk, have a sit down, think about life. But I was like, I was like, I have no time for that shit. I was like, I need to go know now what I need to do now. I was like, but
Doing it again. You're doing it again.
And I'm trying, because like, honestly, even going out shooting, right? You go out shooting and you're like, you know what? I might just sit down and just lay down on this grass here. Do it just then. Just do it like,
Because you can.
just because you
I
can.
Because we're alive.
I feel like I got shackles on me or something. Like, why can't I do shit?
What you say? You have shackles on and the key in your hand.
Yeah, and then I'm just like,
you're like,
throw the
"Why?"
key, buy the key.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I definitely agree. I need to, as I say to myself, get a finger out my ass and just do it, and then think about it, and just not think. Actually, stop thinking. Just stop thinking
You've
and
done
just
all
do
the
it.
thinking. You've thought
I've
about it
done
from every
everything.
single angle
Yeah.
possible. Okay, done.
I'm like, I find the locations, and then I'm like, oh my god, yeah, but Eva, you need to write down the story of what you're going for. And I was like, but I just want to go. I was like, do you know what I mean? Like a video, when I would do a video film, I was like, you need to write a story.
No, that makes
like
sense.
locations
That
where
makes
you want to go.
sense. Yeah. That makes sense. But not having done any of those things yet means
Yeah.
that, like something's mucky here. Like
Yeah.
something is not
To be
necessarily.
fair, I feel like the reason why I asked you if you're a planner is also because like I feel like I'm on the other excuse me, I'm on the other side of the spectrum in the sense of I'm just gonna do it. Like
I like
I
that.
didn't really plan much.
One story with you when we so randomly went outside. We just call it going outside. We
Yeah.
need to go outside, and we just go outside. There isn't really any plan. Went to Heaton Park, brought the camera. We started taking some pictures because we needed pictures of us together
Yeah.
for not needed, wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking pictures, sitting there, chilling. It was like a really nice day. Heaton Park was nice. And you were taking photographs, and then these boys, these young kids, came along and were like, "Are you a photographer?" And it was like, yeah. They were like, "Can you photograph us playing football?"
Yeah.
But like these were like academy football kids. Do you know what I mean? So like even just going outside,
Those
with the
little
camera-
seeds,
Yeah.
there's a ripple effect to them.
True. I get what you
You
mean.
get paid
Like,
back
you know,
just
Yeah,
by
yeah,
following
yeah.
your passion.
Yeah.
The world will pay you back
Yeah.
in very, very simple
Yeah.
ways. So if you look at it not like that, but in the back of your mind, know that like there's a reward for doing this sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
Explore it.
Explore.
Yeah,
Explore it.
yeah.
Explore. Yeah.
And you don't need to explore it alone. You just need to give me a date and a
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's all I need is a date and a
This
time.
weekend, yeah. This weekend.
We're in London this weekend.
We're in London this weekend.
See, I gave you date and I gave you time.
No. Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday I can do.
I'm not gonna push you when you just came back from London.
I'm saying Sunday I could do. I'm saying Sunday I
Okay,
could do
okay.
Sunday.
Don't dispute it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
saying
take it.
I can do
There
Sunday.
you
I
go.
can also do Friday.
I take it. Yeah.
So you choose one of those. You pick a location. You plan the day, and that's
Okay.
what we're gonna do.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay.
I've got 3 locations.
Pick one. Pick two.
All 3.
I'll drive.
Yeah, or go to all 3 as long as you go there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And it's like a working day in it. Like we're,
Yeah.
we're working that day. We're gonna
We
have,
are.
we're gonna have fun, but it's gonna be like a day where it's like active.
Okay.
Nice.
Deal.
I'm really pressed. Can I interrupt you
Yes.
for a minute? I'm like so pressed. But you'll continue. I'll just be back. And
Yeah.
Sorry, this might be slightly different, but I'm so pressed.
We can pause. We can pause here. Does anyone want a tea top up?
Yes, please.
Water.
You want water? Oh, you're out of water. Okay.
Actually, this tea's delicious.
It's really nice, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna have some. Sorry.
I'm gonna make some more.
Merci beaucoup.
No worries, my darling. I'll bring the water thing in. Yeah, just as a bit of a heads up, because sometimes I totally forgot. Like I remembered about 15 minutes ago, and I was like,
I like spraying it up on people, but then
oh, I like a moment of.
I like the panic in their eyes. No, I'm joking. Sorry, I sound quite yeah. Haha.
Tea. No, I like to give people a chance, you know.
Meanwhile, what's wrong? What am I doing? But no. Nice conversation.
Nice conversation.
Even though we sound like we're giving off. But Hope it comes across nicely. Because we come with good intentions, I guess.
It's all good intention. But I think it's when you hear someone speaking so negatively about themselves, you can't just sit idly by.
Yeah, that's
and just accept it, because then
Yeah.
I think it's maybe one of the first episodes where we've been like, "You're wrong."
Yeah.
Like that is dead wrong.
It
What
just
you're
might
saying.
be. Yeah.
I hope it's not coming off as being in any way preachy.
You know
or
we're
that it's not.
recording, right?
Yeah, and I'm totally fine with that. But like,
That's good.
I think it's it's coming across however it's coming across.
Yeah, it's going to come across how it wants.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I quite like it because, like you said, it's the first time we've kind of disagreed. Even though, well, now I'm thinking devil's advocate or whatever. But yeah, even though we're disagreeing, I think it's also interesting for us in terms of our own growth. Because maybe it's like, okay, so we're here now where we can disagree with people. Not that we weren't disagreeing with people, but it's like the universal lessons based on...
Do you feel comfortable enough that it's like...
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way that thoughts should be.
I feel like it's, maybe there's an element of that. Maybe that's us just overthinking. Maybe there's a thing called overthinking. But even that statement itself, just overthinking. In comparison to what though? Because it's all subjective.
Yeah, whose version of thinking is the right
Yeah,
one?
who set the bar?
Yeah, it's
Who
true.
set the bar? Sorry.
It's okay.
You said you're an overthinker.
I am.
What does that entail? And who set the bar?
If you click it the other way,
Oh yeah.
Is it?
then it will face your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gravity and that, sorry.
I know it didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you said you're an overthinker, so what's it based on? Oh yeah, and we're back. Apologies for that.
T-Rick.
I think it's because I think non-stop, so I don't have those moments where you have a break of thinking. So my mind never stops.
So do you have an example of someone that has a break from thinking?
I think about shit that I should not be thinking.
According to who?
It's like for example, I'll give you, this might be a shit example, but say you message someone and they didn't message back and you're thinking about, oh my God, why is no message? Did I do something bad? Was it me? Did I say something? Or if you write a message, some kind of message, and like, oh, did I say something? Did I offend them? And I was like, and I think about all
Find a
different...
hobby.
Yeah, it's like...
Sorry.
No, it's true though. It is true.
Sorry, that was interesting
it's true, but it's thing where even if I go sleep, lie down, I'm thinking through all different thoughts that I should not be thinking and I should be asleep. And then I look at time, it's like 3 a.m. and I was like, why am I thinking about this shit? And your brain doesn't stop. Literally, it just doesn't. It's like non-stop, beep, 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 beep. And it's like this and just doesn't stop.
Just out of curiosity, when you're like struggling to sleep, are you in dead silence, darkness of a room, or is a phone on? Is a screen on?
Silent, because I've been going to sleep at 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, and I'm trying to have normal back sleep because I noticed I'm getting more spots on my face, which I managed to get it all clear.
I was gonna say, like, it's nice.
It's nice. It's Giorgio Armani. It's nice. Hiding it all. But I noticed my band is hurting more. Yeah, it's like it's more. It feels like anything I eat, it's more painful, like squeezing. Which another mistake in life. But it's painful. So I notice it means I'm not putting my health at the right. Which I should be. My health is wealth, as they say, health is wealth. But I noticed it's dark, blank darkness. I was like, okay, I'm there for about 30 minutes. I can't fall asleep, so I turn read a book. I'm thinking the book is I'm reading Alchemist at the moment. Just started recently, so it's really good. It sucks you in very quickly. So I was reading that.
Easy read as well.
It
just breeze through it.
It's definitely. It's like I think. I just started reading some page 40 or something, but I'm not falling asleep. I was like, why am I not falling asleep? So I'm there sitting, check time, it's 3 a.m. I was like, okay. And then just turn on one side to some weird thoughts. Turn on the other side, more thoughts. I was like, great.
Do you have a soundtrack? Because
I don't fall asleep with sound. I can't. The only thing is, it's
You
like,
can't fall asleep in
So,
silence.
I was like, I'm falling asleep. So
I mean, before you try silence, to me it's like, you know what, maybe some soothing sounds of.
and so usually
know,
I'm
the
like,
ocean.
sometimes, like, usually I used to have like the old people, you know, put TV on, watching it straight away. That's what I used to have. But now, it's stress. I feel like stress is death. Literally, it kills you off slowly, painfully, gives a lot of grey hairs as well. But I feel like I need to just say, fuck it. It is. What happens, happens. It's not
Another
in my
reality
hands.
conversation. Do you think thoughts become or materialize?
Yeah. I think it's true. I feel like
Well, I guess it's kind of borderline.
it's like when you have like
arguably.
negative thoughts, you get negative shit happening to you. I feel like you attract negativity straight. I don't. Yeah,
Sorry.
It's true because like I remember when I was working TV, the
might not be
positivity and everything that I had, I was getting more better things, better luck. You knew how bad luck I had coming from me. Bought a new car, scratched it. Next day, 2 stones hit my glass. Like I was just driving motorway, pow pow, one after another, nice little line of dents. I was like, fantastic. Then something else went bad. Then I found out I'm losing my job, and it was like the whole week I had so much bad luck. I was like, I don't think it's normal. And everyone else was like, Eva, it's like shit, you're having quite a lot of bad luck. I was like, yeah. I was like, we could go into curses, bullshit, but I was like, I think, and I'm trying to think positive. I think like being positive as much as possible. I'm like,
You believe in curses though, right?
Oh yeah. Oh shit, yes.
Do you believe in curses?
I can neither deny nor confirm them until further notice. But I do think things happen for a reason. So that's going to be versus that sort of reality. So rather than thinking and trying to explore the curses, because then maybe bad luck will then I'm exploring that realm. So rather than following that realm, exploring that, I'm trying to be on the optimistic side.
Yeah.
So it means ignorantly moving, ignoring the possibility that curses do exist, but then versus the higher power, hey, ain't no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So there's a lot of nuances in those. So it's like, if I'm going to say that statement on its own, like, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, the flip side of it is there just might be a weapon formed against me. So I can't really rule out the curses, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's different sides to it. So it's like, there's also ignorance is bliss. I know I'm pretty much saying the same thing in different ways, but ignorance is bliss. It's like, well, I'm not going to pay attention to that. It might be real, but I'm not going to give it the space and time and the value for it to affect my today.
Yeah.
Or affect my brain chemistry. So, do I believe in... I hope that answered your question.
It kind of did. It definitely did.
Do you?
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it's more
but,
European beliefs kind of things.
But I agree with a lot of what Nate is saying with, I believe they have the ability of existing, but I think it takes 2 to tango.
Yeah.
Maybe with
Yes.
curse.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember speaking to your mum once, and something that kind of sticks with me. I was
going to say, no, wait, what?
What did she say?
Yeah.
With your mum once about curses, and she said something along the lines of picturing yourself in like a silver orb.
Or white orb.
Or
like,
a white
like-
orb or
like-
something like
Just
that.
blinging it out.
Silver in my mind is so
Yours
silver.
is silver, it's fine.
But she was like, just picturing yourself in this orb, and you can kind of like mentally, spiritually, kind of like deflect anything. Like if you think you're cursed, you can use your brain and your spirit to kind of like
protect yourself. So
bitch slap that out of the air. Like, hey, are you gonna curse me? And like I think it was your mom that said that.
Yeah. It's
But like that
because she
to me
did
was
white magic. Basically, they teach you that within white magic.
But even her saying that was like, oh right. So what it felt like she was saying was like, yeah, curses exist, but like pay them no mind.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like pay them no mind. If anything, that orb is like, not even acknowledging that that was a thing.
It's somewhat beyond your control.
Yeah.
If it does exist.
Yeah.
So leave it to the higher power. Yeah,
So
so
it's
I'm
quite
just adding to yours.
Yeah.
I because I experienced so much bad luck that I never experienced in my whole life. So I was like, shit, someone is cursing me. I was like, no, because in our countryside and like towards Russia, Ukraine, and all, like women go to fortune tellers, and they do put curses on people. So that's why we like. Thank you.
It's okay.
That's why we believe in that kind of stuff, and it's very dangerous at the same time. So it's kind of, you feel like sometimes, I get it, like you have bad luck once, twice, three, and then but when it goes non-stop, you start questioning yourself. I was like, did I hurt someone in my past life, or what happened? But I'm trying to be like, yeah, it happened, it's fine. I was like, something else, like universe is preparing me for something good. I know I get stuff happen to me really bad, and really hard things happen like for a long time until one good thing happens. I'm kind of getting used to it now.
But like, it's not just one good thing that happens, you know. Because even
It's one.
no, because like even just like waking up in the morning
Yeah, I know.
and standing up on your 10 toes.
You need to say 2 toes just then. That's hilarious.
No, I was going to say 2
Hilarious
feet. and then I almost, yeah, I probably
2 big
almost
toes.
did. Yes, 2 toes. Sorry.
Grateful
No, but
to be
like, I
there.
mean, even to be able to do that
Yeah.
is like a blessing of some sort. Like, I feel like it's as little as that. As far as me, it's like, wow. Yeah. So it's like count your blessings to a certain extent.
I think I need to be thankful for little things instead of waiting, be thankful for a big thing.
Yeah, for
and
the
then just
big
need to
thing,
work up to that big thing.
It can be a tricky mindset to kind of shift, but it's I believe it's shiftable.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just takes work, self-admin.
Self-organization.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, to be fair, sorry.
Yeah, no.
No, I feel like that's why it all exists to a certain extent, to be fair. Like, it's all just a matter of perspective. And because how you digest the information kind of dictates how you're then going to move with that information. So if there's a nice spin to it, you probably going to think, oh, okay, you know what, maybe I lost this job because the universe is saying, yo, get your beep together and go outside and shoot. No relation.
I think I got quite comfortable with my job. And then afterwards I was like...
I'm just...
Yeah, there's an issue with little flies in here right now. You've been swiping at them. You just kill one.
Yeah.
I'm
not a killer.
I'm not a killer. These hands don't kill. Yeah. But I think I got too comfortable and I was like, stop getting comfortable, move. So maybe, I wanted to do it, and I didn't do anything until I lost my job. That's when I opened my page as well on Instagram. Slowly started uploading things, but yeah. Now my graphic design page is coming up as well, so it's gonna be fine. It's fine.
Yeah. No, like I think I might send you. Actually, have you seen it? Mac Miller, he did a mini documentary, and it's.
Is
called,
it animated?
Oh no, not that one.
Will you send me that one? Because I have a weird note in my phone that just says Mac Miller Animations, and I cannot find what it is that I'm talking about.
I think it might be just music related.
I don't know what that means. I need you to send me.
Okay, no, I'll send you anything that's Mac Miller and anything's animated. Anyways, yeah. What was I saying?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
So now that you're not listening to me.
No, you said you got
Yes,
to do with Mac
Mac Miller. Quick documentary. It's about 15-20 minutes, give or take. And it's called, or the premise of it, it's I Stopped Making Excuses. That's something I'm going to
send it, please.
Explore this year in terms of, because I feel like a lot of things we can come up with tangible reasons why it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's an excuse.
Yes.
Like, yes, things happen, but it's just to excuse that you didn't necessarily do what you set out to do or didn't really keep your word.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like a self-defense mechanism, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's like you've been making yourself like, it's okay. It's like a brain protecting you same time. It's like, you did it for a reason. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if you have like a healthy relationship with the internal monologue in your own mind, then your brain saying it's okay is like a really healthy place to be at. But sometimes it's so toxic because it's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Try something new.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll give that up next time as well. Yeah. But again, I think all of us are working on ourselves or
Yeah.
or deserve the right to allow ourselves more time to be working on ourselves. Because if we're not doing that, then the version of ourselves that we're putting out into the world is not the version that we were sent here to necessarily be. It's some half-assed version. So
Yeah.
I think just allowing ourselves time to really explore what's going on in our brains and what's going on in our hearts and all that kind of stuff, and like what our opinions are on things is just an invaluable way to use time. So yeah, if we can't factor that into our day-to-day, but we can factor in going to work for someone else day-to-day, I think we've got our priorities wrong.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, I agree. Like for work, I was
Yeah,
getting up
get
there
up
and I was
6 a.m.
like, there, yeah.
I'll work late,
Yeah.
I'll do this,
Yeah.
but for ourselves.
No, it's like, it's okay, you just wait there.
Yeah,
It's like a little child, you know, when you put them in the corner and be like, you punished.
but you wouldn't even
You wait
really
there.
do that with. You wouldn't really do that with a kid. Do you know what I mean? But we'll do
Yeah.
that with ourselves. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
I've done that.
No, to be fair, you know what it just reminded, all the words you're saying, it just reminded me of another, I'm quoting everything.
I like the quote.
Yeah, so this dude was saying something along the lines of, the work life or the corporate life has given us a blueprint onto actually how to apply our aspirations, in the sense of, like you said, like when you went for the job interviews, they told you to do ABC, and then got to do, let me say, whatever content, produce for them, produce the content, or maybe be an intern for a certain duration. But you are happy to do all that because you know the end goal is I will definitely get the job.
Yeah.
So essentially it's like, yo, we just gave you the blueprint of 7 hours, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
If you do this job consistently, at the end of the month, it's going to pay off. Then it's like, wait a minute. So if I have passions or whatever, what would happen if you applied that very same method and the very same consistency? Guess what? One way or the other is going to pay off at the end.
Yeah.
But it's up to you where you measure the end and your expectations. But ultimately, it's going to happen because that's just the way of the world, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was quite
Yeah.
interesting.
No, I agree.
So yeah.
I agree. It's true. I was thinking to myself, like, the time that I have now off, I should just work 9 to 5 for myself, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Instead, just go and do what I want to
Try
do.
it.
If you're not one for 9 to 5, because who came
Freak
up with
it.
9 to 5?
Oh my God, there was literally one day, sorry, someone phoned me for a job. I applied and he's like, yeah, this company works only Monday to Thursday. They gave Friday, Saturday, Sunday off to their employees and then they finish on Thursday early. I was like, are you joking? Literally.
Yeah, but one day gotta do 9 hours. No, I'm joking.
I was like, just chilling and sleeping. But I was like, that's amazing. Like this 9 to 5, Monday to Friday is old tradition that they made that everyone follows. Change it. See how people work. They would work so much better. He's like, yeah, we noticed that people work much more better. They do the work much more better. They do it much more faster than working Monday to Friday.
My cynical mind, however, just to play devil's advocate with that, I think that's a great idea if that's where we're working, if that's where it goes to. My cynical mind is saying, are they testing how much they can actually get out of us and then how much they can get some sort of machine to do? Are they kind of slowly tipping us out of our own? Do you know what I mean? And they're trying to find other ways that they can do the job so that we don't have to be here. Then it also is the expectation that you want me to do 5 days working 4 days. Are you trying to find the
that's what I'm
breaking
saying.
point of society? That's just a cynical mind, and I can balance the scales and be like, but if you don't have to work that one day, phenomenal. I think that's great. This is old. This is like you're saying. This is old school way of thinking with this whole 9-5 thing. But yeah, ultimately, I think if you decide to work a full working day, however you see fit for yourself, just give yourself 2 of those a week. Do you know what I mean? Like and then the other time you can do whatever you want. Yeah. Job search. Apply for this. But 2 days a week is in your week is just for yourself.
It's true.
However you see fit. Even if you just want to sleep for a long time and then I want to get up and then I want to do this.
Essentially, apply for jobs during your dead time, in the sense of, you know what, you went outside, you shot whatever, you just got home and said, it's been a nice day, I was shooting today. Anyways, let me see if there's any jobs out there.
Yeah. I think it's that because my mum is now a little bit helping me because if I don't, I could lose my car. So I think that's what it is. So she's like, don't worry, I'll help you. But she's like, because I think she's seen me like it was 3 a.m. in the morning. I was crying because I didn't have I was like, it just hit me, and I was like, oh my God, if I lose this car, I won't be able to get another one. I put so much deposit into it. I put this into it. I was like, I paid so much. And then I just start crying at 3 in the morning, and I'm there bursting into tears. And I'm like, because I'm an Orthodox Christian, so I pray in the night times. But I said to myself, I'm going to start praying in the morning as well. And then I just started bursting, and I started begging. And I was like, do you know what? Someone said to me, like, if you beg and it's like, I want, you're not going to get, it goes, pushes more back. Just go, I desire, or some kind of different way to ask for it. But I think because I don't like depending on anyone, and I do not want my mum helping. I'm thinking in my head, I'm supposed to support my parents. I'm supposed to look after them because they're at that age. But then again, I've got 2 brothers as well. So
that's
it's
expectations.
Like, yeah.
And also, sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you on that. Societally, I don't know if that's, I probably just made up a word.
Shovels.
But like, okay, maybe I'm wrong in saying
No,
that.
go on.
No, I was going to say, but like, in the grand scheme of things, maybe that's just in my culture. Arguably, how can I describe this? Or the woman essentially marries elsewhere.
Yeah,
so
that's how it is with us as well.
Why are you bearing that weight on your shoulder for no reason? Well, it's not no reason.
It's just, I think, because my mum's been helping me so much and Dad, and I was like, I need to help. The way it is for me is I show love, with presents and stuff, with gifts. That's the way I show love as well. So for me, it is my tradition as well. It's the men who take care of their parents.
Yeah.
And the girl, she marries out, and they're like, that's it, you're done.
Yeah.
Because even in my country, the girl doesn't get anything. So the boys get the houses, the boys get the land, the girl gets nothing because she marries out. So they're like, that's it.
Because like carrying the name and then,
you don't carry the name. So like, fuck off, basically. You don't carry the name.
Not my words.
Yeah. But that's how it is. But my mum, the way she was pushing my dad, she's like, there's a land that they bought. She's like, you need to put it on Eva's name. Because she's like, she's our child anyway. And I'm 33, not married, so God knows. She's like, she needs to have something. But it's the way it is. It's like, I just don't want my parents, because my mum is now 62, my dad is 65, I think it is. So I was like, I should be taking care of them. But at the same time, I'm like, if we're doing Georgian traditions, men are the ones to take care of it. So I was like, but I just feel guilty because I lived there. Of my parents' house. So I was like, I need to,
they brought you here. They brought you into the world.
That's what I said to them. I was like, I'll take you to court.
No, okay.
Yeah, but it is hard. But at the same time, I was like, when I was working, I was buying food for the house. I would buy my parents' phones, clothing, whatever they required. I used to buy, I still buy whatever I can. But
again, in your own words, like in your culture, it's family first, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't just apply to you.
So
that
I
applies
used
to
to go
families.
minus, like in my house, I bought my parents washing machine, I bought them cooker, and I bought them stuff. And afterwards I looked and I was like, I'm suffering, in my bank is suffering. I was like, and then afterwards I got into debt. So I was like, shit, but yeah.
How do we deal with expectations? Well, I feel like a lot of this is also like in the realm of expectations.
Yeah. I think if I was alone, no family, I think I would be very different. Very different. I think it would be. I'll be selfish, I guess, as well in a way. Because I do have a, other side in America. And she's didn't have the strict upbringing as us, and she's thriving. Married with kids, got amazing career.
You never know, though.
But that's not really thriving. Like, sorry, maybe she is. Like maybe it is. But I think it's a societal thing. Once, like, you're doing this without even noticing that you're doing it, which is a comparison. Because almost every statement.
But someone else.
Yeah, because it's like even okay, I'm 33, I should have ABC. It's like, according to who? This is you're the main character here.
Yeah.
Like, you are the main character in your story. And how do you want it told?
I am, aren't I?
And also, like, I mean, in terms of how you spend your time, it's like, however you envision yourself, make the decisions today that are actually maybe a vote for future self of some sort. Like, you know what, it's what I want to do, or in the future I see myself being a photographer, shooting this and that. At least go outside and, sorry, I feel like going in circles, borderline.
Yeah.
But, yeah, sorry, it's just quite a lot of...
Yeah, I think it is. And so, yeah, it's an ugly thing. It's not. It is a comparison.
No,
but
it's not ugly.
it's
It's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Like, don't call it
But
ugly. It's your embodiment.
I think I need to compare myself a year before how I was fat on average.
Jesus Christ. Like,
I am now.
I
I'm
think it
losing.
goes to show with the point we're trying to make. Like, with none of this stuff that all of us are saying is easy. None of this is like an easy thing to do. It's like, just change this, just change your mindset on this, and just think about this. None of it is easy, and none of us are gonna perfect that at all. We're not creatures designed for perfection at all. But like, I think what we're just pushing on you is when you say certain things, it's like we can't listen to you say those things because it's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not fair on yourself for you to say certain things. So
I'm
like,
very honest with myself. Very honest.
No, be honest. No. Being harsh to yourself is not being honest.
Again, like
Yeah.
honestly, like we were saying before, like I think this is the most we've like pushed back.
Sorry, like you're the
most-
first guest who completely
This is the most we
disagree.
have
Like,
pushed back on the thing.
like-
that
I'm
you're
the
saying.
first guest that brought
Because
this
it's hard to
argument.
watch someone so passionate
Yeah.
shit on themselves
Yeah.
repeatedly. It's not
Yeah,
cool. It's not what it's not useful.
See, that's the thing. I don't see as I'm shitting on
You're
myself.
shitting on
I'm like, I'm
yourself.
being massive critic to myself to go like, improve your shit.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
because it's crippling you. It's pushing you
yeah,
into a place where
because
you can't.
then you start believing those very thoughts. Like, yeah, I ain't shit. No, sorry, I'm
No,
not
go. I
paraphrasing.
agree. Go on.
We're
No,
just
I mean the same.
All
The
we're
way you
doing
say
is
it,
pushing back on the narrative that you have right now. It's not even like we're challenging you. We're challenging that voice in your head.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. I'll never do that. I should have this. And we're literally here like, I should. But yeah, I think that, honestly, this is one of the first times that we've really, really like pushed back, and it's all in defense of you. No, we're not preaching. We're not saying any of this is easy. We're not saying that's how you do it and that's how you fix it and this is this and this. We're just pushing that voice that comes to the forefront a lot, which says that you can't do things.
Yeah.
And I should be doing this. And my worth isn't here, and I'm not proud of myself.
Do you know
And
how
we're just
many
telling her to
people
lie
wish
down
they
for a
worked in
bit.
TV?
I thought
Or
it was
even, or even just to go in there as an intern for 5 days.
True.
Did that, completed it.
I
you know how
I
many-
did work on 40 TV shows.
How many people couldn't get 1 degree? You have
Yeah.
2. How many people want to speak multiple languages?
Yeah.
You have 4.
Yes.
How many people wish they had like a skill within the creative field?
Yeah.
A skill, full stop. You have multiple.
Thank you guys.
Which,
No,
this is not a
this is not we're speaking facts here. This is like, this is not flattery. It's just a reminder of like,
Thanks, guys.
remember who you are. No, like,
Oh, this is like Lion Kid.
yeah, remember who you are. No.
Simba.
Yeah, no, really though. Like,
That was so funny. Thank you.
disputing everything comes out of
Do you know what? Like this talk, now I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna write things that I have achieved, and I'm gonna put a little star on it or something to kind of be like, and
Like,
put
yeah,
it maybe on the
put
window
that.
or somewhere,
Yeah.
mirror, and be like, this is what you've done.
Yeah, you did that.
Accept it. And I was like,
Yeah.
And I was like, I did have like screenshots when I was proud. When I was working in TV, I was like, Mama, look my name. But I don't think any of them were like.
no, but that matters not.
I think because I worked so hard to impress my parents. I think that's what it was. It was always, I didn't want to go to uni to do my second degree. My parents like, you need to go to degree, you need to get a degree or you're nothing. And then I think that's what it is. And like what I'm working for, I was like, I'm waiting like, I was like, even my car, like I bought a car myself. My brothers didn't have that at my age because they were like, it was different for them.
Comparison. Sorry.
No, yeah, it's compared. But I was like, I didn't hear, because like in Georgia, fathers buy cars for their children and then stuff like this. And I was like,
You all have dads? No,
yes. So I was like,
trying to let
have
them
you, like, none of you like said like, well done, instead of like, oh, you chose a shit car. Oh, it's shit. Oh, it's shit. Why did you choose this? Oh, it's shit. You should have got this. You should go that. I was like, just say well done. You did it yourself. And I was like, just something like this kind of things, just little things. I think it eats you from inside out. I know like you shouldn't, you just pat yourself back, but it's different when you get it off your parents. I don't know why. It's just, you feel like when my mom says something like, oh, you did well. Oh, even like, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like, oh my God, this is amazing. My mama is proud of me. Oh, my dad, but I never heard of my dad, like I say again, but sometimes like she said it once to me because I was so stressed, like I was crying out, and then she was like, Eva, just relax, it's fine, just take a day. And I did. I just sat down, played video game, I chill. But it's like a permission. I need to get a permission to live, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I need to get in control of myself, and then just kind of get selfish more.
Selfish is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
We've been. They've made us feel like to be selfish is to be disrespectful to other people, and it's to put someone else second. You're damn right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to, like, in fact, not
Can I
sometimes,
breathe?
all the time.
Yeah, it's like, yo,
You need to come first, because if not,
Yeah,
you're
and
going
also,
to
like,
go.
I mean, what do they tell you when you're on the plane? If something goes down, you sort yourself out first before anyone else. Otherwise, you're just gonna fuck up the whole situation. Sorry, Mom, I can't. No, I'm working on it. I'm getting it. It's only twice today. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it is. It's true. Like, even with like kids, like my nephew and nieces, if like someone hits you or something, you defend yourself, sort it out. But if it's something else, call your auntie, your brother, or your father, and I'm like with there. But it's because I think we're so close to the family. Everyone is in their businesses.
No, but see, here's the thing, though. I feel like with all that, like everything that you've mentioned in terms of family-wise, that in itself should just give you a battery to be like, you know what, I can go out there and be wild. Not wild in the sense of like stealing or fucking shit up. No. But in the sense of you know what, I have a safety cushion to fall on.
That's the thing. I feel guilty doing that.
No,
it's like I feel like I'm a grown-ass woman. I should be able to do it myself. And then like this is thank God that I still got like my parents that I live with them. Otherwise, I'll be on the street. Literally, I would be on the street because there's no other way. I'll be on the street, but I just need. I know I'm not gonna stay. I'm not gonna be a freeloader here.
Even in this hypothetical situation, you're like, I'd rather be on the street than be free.
But I think I just want to travel. I want to see the world. I want to travel. I want to take photography, and that's what it is. And I think because I see everyone else do photography, and they go, I'm like, wait, to see these nice locations, and I'm like, how did you get there? Where did you go? Like Canada is one of my dream places to live.
Yeah.
I just want a little wooden cottage outside, sitting outside in a rocking chair, and I think that would do me. And that would do me my whole life.
Guess what?
It's not possible yet. But I think
imagine a baby saying, oof, walking. Nope, it's not possible. Yes, it's because you got to crawl before you walk.
Yes, true.
But you can still aspire to be running.
I have no patience. That's the thing. I got very, very bad patience. No patience at all.
You're going to feed into that very same statement when something's happened. Nope, I'm impatient. Nope,
Yeah,
I'm impatient.
yeah.
Let me move on.
Yeah, that's how it is. If one thing doesn't work out, I don't work on it. I'm like, I jump onto something else. I'm like, oh, it didn't work out. I was like, that's it.
Okay. Let's bring it back to the fun part, which was photography. What element of it do you enjoy the most?
When I take a photo and I'm like, damn, that is sexy. Like literally, when I find something like, I was walking around, I went into, I think it's in Altrincham, like a day play, like a park. I don't know what it's called, forgot what it's called. Durham or something.
Durham, I see.
Yes. And I was walking around and I saw this tree, had little mushrooms, and I was like, oh, I was like, that would be nice. I was comparing, I had Sony, I had my Fuji. I took with the Sony, I was like, meh. Took over the Fuji, I was like, oh, I was like,
wait, was that the day they sent me like, Fuji's better? Like,
yeah, that was the day. I was like, the Fuji just got all the dark colours. It was just beautiful. The mushroom was just standing out, like glowing. And I was like, ooh. I was like, literally, when I take a photo and then I get that little thing, when I feel proud of myself, that thing like, ooh, this is the one. That's what it is. I think that's what gets me with photography. Like with design, you could do it, work it over, and it's like, you're doing it, you could have, like, do you know, final 10, 1, 2, 3, whatever examples. But with photography, when you get that one shot, that's it. That one shot could basically like break the whole internet as well. Do you know what I mean? And then when you look at it, and then I think when I put out my first photos of the mushrooms, and then my nail tech was like, ever. She's like, can I have those photos, please? She's like, I'm going to print it and put it up in the kitchen wall. Literally, I was like, she's like, how much do I pay? I was like, nothing. I was like, that's the biggest, greatest thing that someone says, like, I want to print it and just put it on the wall.
Listen to all these seeds. The universe is trying to like hit you up, like, yo.
So I felt like it was fantastic, and then I was like, this is amazing. Like, literally someone wants to put my work on the wall. I was like, I felt very proud. For me, it's just tiny little compliment. Not, I don't live off compliment, but if someone appreciates what I appreciate, it's just different, because I was like, I went by myself.
Seen.
It was dirty. I was in mud on my knees, getting down.
If only you knew what it took to get there.
If they knew the process of taking that photo, it's just different. But I just feel like the excitement when someone sees my work and excited. Like, I think there's the plant one that I put, two, three plants last ones. The images were not as crispy, but when you get into the Lightroom, and then they got this new fucking AI, made it more crispy and sharp. I literally nearly started crying. I was like, this is beautiful. I was like,
this is what I wanted.
This is what's so beautiful. But I was like, it just feels like an accomplishment. I think that's what it is. When I even did with that 6 weeks challenge with that guy, and then I got up every morning, I walked, and I felt accomplished. For me, it's those tiny little accomplishments. Even though I had no patience, I wanted to give up within a week. I was like, this is a challenge. I was like,
you did have patience.
I did, because I was like, I was competing. I'm a very competitive person.
See how things change when we don't speak in definitives.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When you don't say, I am this, I am that.
Yeah.
I had patience, I didn't have patience then. You have patience.
I have patience, because I worked on it, and he gave us a task within 30 days. No, 30 things that needs completed. I was the only person completed, and I was like, oh yes, I was like 100,000 steps in 6 days.
You're actually more patient than most.
In 5 days, actually, yeah. And I was like,
Apparently.
I did it.
When you look at the evidence behind what you're saying, it doesn't align with
staggering
the
evidence.
thoughts you're
With
saying.
physical things, I'm fine. I'm like, I get very competitive. Like in school, in high school, in sports, I was
good
very
actually.
competitive. And I think that's why it was like, I feel physical things, even though I got bad back. It hurts like hell, but I'm like, nah, I got this goal that I need to complete. Like, I was in pain, my knees were hurting, I was getting massive red marks, burns, because I was in so much pain on my knees. But I still crawled, and I still did it, because I was like, I was competing. I was in competitive mode. I was in the mode. But I think that's what it is. I need a competition. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to set myself a little challenge, maybe once a week. I'm going to town on Saturday, 20th. So I'm taking my camera. I'm going to go early in the morning.
Okay.
Before
And then
my
Friday
nails
or
are-
Sunday we can shoot.
Yeah. And I'm going to go, I think tomorrow, gym, and then afterwards for my mental health. Gym, gym, and then after it's going to go do a little shoot maybe somewhere. I'm just going to tell my mum, phone brothers, if you've got an appointment or somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Because I need to get my stuff done.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Why not?
In the words of Nike. Well, this might be a good place to pause. You kind of set yourself some things that you can crack on with tomorrow and moving into the week, which is amazing. Do you want to talk about music?
Yeah, we can move on to music now.
Yeah. So, wow, no words came out of my mouth just then.
Yeah, and that was so loud. Did you hear that? Jesus Christ. That was in my bit. Sorry, I'm just present. I'm just enjoying the tea, okay?
It was like sip.
What we do at the end of episodes when it's just us, when we have a guest, is we like to deep dive into your track of the week. If there's any music that's kind of been following you around,
Or even for the
this
moment.
week, for the moment,
Or
for
even
the
something
day, for a
just
song,
right now. Yeah.
anything, just a song
That
that's kind of
resonates
just
somewhere.
I've been listening to this song. I saw a guy put it on his Instagram story. He had this song. What's it called? I got it playing non-stop as I'm driving at the moment. It's called... what's it called now? Oh, there it is. My favourites. It is Lost PT.2. It's just very nice. It's very kind of calming, same time, and gets a little bit in the mood as well. And then I was listening, I was like, this would be great photography, kind of chill music.
Okay.
So
all wrapped in one, isn't it?
yeah, I was like, it's a nice simple design of the thingy as well, but it's very nice. And then the other one is Yami. I think you might have guys heard it. The French guy singing. I'm not gonna sing it. It's this guy.
I don't think.
No.
Oh my God, he's great.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
We shall check.
I
out.
love Colour Show.
Yeah.
Colour Show's so cool.
his voice goes
Right,
low
asking
and
two
just goes.
photographers here who don't understand it. How does the Colour Show work? Is it just a big green room?
No, it's not green
No,
room.
I think
no,
they,
it's,
I
it's
think
the
they have
wall.
different studios or something like that.
Come on,
Or
really?
different walls. Yeah, like because
That could even be a paper.
that they switch out.
Yeah,
to be fair,
and then
yeah.
you got nice light behind them. Just goes behind, which gives you a
You can't
nice
see any
glow.
corners. Any, like,
Yeah,
shape
no,
of
that's the
corners.
thing. Because like I think it's how they lay it. If it curves.
Because it's up to here, isn't it? You don't see the whole body.
You see the
No,
whole
no,
body.
no. Some
As
of them
long
you
as
see
it's
the
in
whole
the
body.
floor,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I mean. I think. Well, if it's curved, there's no edges, so you're not going to see the end.
Yeah,
of
because
it, if that makes
like
sense.
when I do photography, the models, we had white paper and it was curved.
Yeah,
So
if
it
it's
rolls
curved.
all the way down.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
way down and you stand on it.
So that's why I think maybe they have like several studios. Let me say you have a warehouse with like several set up. Because sometimes when I look at the angles that they shoot at, it's like there can't be just a screen behind them. If that makes sense.
It would be so crisp if they managed to change the colour of the screen and it didn't. You didn't
Yeah.
see the weird green
Yeah.
screeny like blurred line on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
shoulders and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, photographers. Nate, what's been your track of the week?
It's like it's I know the name of the song, but it's just gonna break down how it makes me feel. But then what I found interesting, especially with tonight's episode, is the fact that a lot of what Ava was talking about. Okay, this song is called "Good Enough."
Oh, I'm gonna
It's
listen to that.
by Joe Budden.
That's you, baby.
Yeah, good
Let me
enough.
write this down.
Yeah, no, it's good enough. Like keeps coming back. But then again, I've started using alarms on my phone.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's the last song I listened to actually.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
good enough. Anyways, yeah, that's cool. 424, interesting. Anyways, yeah, the song makes me. It encourages me to delve into self more. I know it kind of sounds selfish, but if I can't sort out self, then, you know.
Yeah, it's a literal definition of
just-
selfish as well. So, like, if it may come across selfish, it's because it is. And
Yeah.
it's a good thing. You know?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like words are a funny thing because obviously selfish, like words like selfish, conditioning have a very negative connotation around them. When really it's just a word, just take
Yeah.
it for the meaning, which means it's about self. But yeah, good enough. Good enough is I think it's a good song, and yeah, I think it's also in my Zen playlist. So it
If you don't know
gives
about
you that.
Nate's Zen playlist, there's a playlist that puts him in a state of Zen. And it's the most hardcore gangster rap playlist.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a lot of violence. So I mean, although
Very
it's
violent.
Zen, but like.
Who doesn't like violence?
I mean, you do everything you shoot. It's either someone getting ripped into pieces or deers. But what have you been pumping?
With my phone being over there right now. Oh, get up and go
I'm
get
gonna
it.
try freestyle. You always do this. Like,
I know.
she always pretend like she's gonna get it. Then you like actually
Just
wasn't
write down
recording.
No,
paper.
always. Okay, no, I do have it though. I do have it. Sweet. I have two. Sweet Blue, Cleo Soul. I love Cleo Soul so much. I think she's absolutely phenomenal. Her voice is like, let's just like the most perfect piece of toast with like the perfect
Butter.
quantity of butter on it, the perfect crunch. Her voice
Well,
is
I
the
feel like I just
perfect
said. I feel like I
toast.
just had a deja vu moment about the smooth like butter.
No, it's smooth like butter on toast.
Yeah,
to the
with a nice crunch.
It's her
I
voice.
just imagine the chocolate, you know, the one that got golden inside, the chocolate, the crunchy one.
Oh, you bougie.
Yeah. Oh, I was imagining that. I was like, oh,
No,
crunchy.
no, I kind of want one. No. But like, so her voice just makes me feel safe and warm, and like, she is super religious. Like she sings about God a lot. I only clocked it the other day when I was like, oh my goodness, she's a beautiful woman. Yeah. So like Cleo Soul, Sweet Blue, the song. First time I heard it, I was like, whoa, like what am I listening to right now? And I like, because I had my Bluetooth headphones in, but my phone was elsewhere. So I was like, what is this? What is this?
I need answers.
Like pausing it so it didn't skip. Yeah, so that's track number one. And then the second track is Coast Contra. The track is called AO. They just released a single. It's called AO. There's like 4 of them in this group. I first saw them on social media,
I think
just
I know which one's
freestyling.
that. Yeah.
Guy with the big locks.
Oh,
The
there's
freeform
like
locks.
the
has to wear his headphones all weird in them because you know, whatever.
That's what. There's twins in that group
There's
as well.
twins in that
yeah,
group.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
they're too sick.
Oh
But-
my goodness.
Sorry to interrupt, but do you think they came a bit too late?
No,
She's like, no.
Okay.
no, they
But
didn't.
see, like sometimes I'll be thinking about the timing of things. I feel like it's either they came too late or too early
No.
for them to peak to where their potential can reach. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Because if sorry,
Okay, so the first time I heard them was that when they freestyled. I can't remember what it is. I think it's just called Coast Country Freestyle.
I think it might be the JID.
No,
Because that's one of the big ones with JID.
no,
what's
the
this one?
beat's insane.
It's yes, it's the one with, I think the song's the one with J. Cole. I'm gonna send you the track.
Yeah,
But
please do.
yeah, no, I agree with you because I feel like if in the timeline, if you put them in the Busta Rhymes generation,
Would have got lost.
you
We
reckon?
would have got lost there. We need them right now more than ever.
You know what?
More than
You know
ever,
what?
because
You know
because
what?
their
That's true.
flow is
Like-
old school and their lyrics are so contemporary. And like I have been waiting to hear people talk about what they're talking about in AO, and I love it because like each time a new person begins their verse, it's just like AO, and it's
Yeah.
and then someone else.
Wait,
starts
are they doing the freestyle sitting down? Is it
Yeah,
that
that's
one?
the
I
first
think
one
I've
I'm talking
seen it.
about.
Yeah.
But AO is the latest one, and to see the development from there to here,
growth.
they feel super cohesive. The twins don't sound so similar no more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They have their own. They picked up their own thing. There's a line in there where it's like, we even shared a stage with Cleo Soul, and I was like, oh my goodness, so
I know her.
and
Yes, I had a
immediately went and
moment,
put some
so-
toast on. Like, as a lyric, the way that lyric just flowed out was like, that's so. I felt like I knew them.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's talking about
It
my friend.
resonated.
My
It
friend's
resonated.
talking about my
Like,
friend.
yeah.
And like, so yeah, I have two tracks that kind of tie into each other. But Coast Contra, my goodness, I think their timing is impeccable. They feel so familiar, so new, and so old school,
No.
all in one.
100% agree with you, right? But I feel like that highly okay. Maybe I'm gonna sound like an old head
Go.
in the sense of I feel like it resonates a lot more to us.
Yeah, who else is it for? Who are they making music for? To please everyone. I would hate it if they were trying to please everyone.
That's
Then you
what I
get
was
music
getting
like
at.
Doja Cat makes, which is no hate on Doja Cat.
I've
She's just
never-
making exactly.
I've never heard of
Well,
that.
because she's
I've
making
never-
music for everyone, so it's
Yeah.
not personal anymore.
No,
I like
hear that.
personal music.
Yeah,
It's like sometimes there's music that speaks to your soul. It's like when I listen to music when I go out for walk, it gives me ideas as well
Yeah.
of things that I could go and
Exactly.
shoot and do. So I do
Whereas
like.
when it's generic, if it's generic music, they run it at a beat which most people will
Yeah.
enjoy. Which that beat, I'm not even going to say
That
what number it is.
BPM. No, I remember
That
Georgina.
BPM.
Georgina's school does support that
Oh,
BPM.
she did. But,
It's like
but when
one-
you listen to that, you can't concentrate on
Yeah.
anything else. You can't think properly. I can't really understand what it is you're saying because it's just so, like, it's,
Yeah, I
it's
hear that, I hear that.
relentless. But
No,
with these two artists that I'm talking about now, like, them saying their words is like prayer. That's what it sounds like.
Like,
They're preaching. I love it.
yeah. Speaking of preaching, maybe it's just my ego telling me things. But you said you're going to start praying in the morning.
Yeah.
See, with your prayers, do you have a set prayer? Oh yeah, we ain't
Yeah.
finished.
Oh no.
yeah. Do you have
there
like a
is,
set prayer, or is it?
At the moment, I do. It's Georgian prayer that I always say. It's Chemo Mamo, Treno Mamo. So it's like Our Father. So I say in evening.
Hallowed be thy name. Sorry,
Yeah, it's like this. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not being blasphemous.
No, it's okay. Like,
Howard.
in Georgian, it's different.
Hallowed be thy name. Did you not catch it? Come on. I
His
thought,
name's Howard.
yeah, his name's Howard, as in Hallowed be thy name.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
That's okay. So we got in Georgia. It's way different. We've got massive prayer books that there's every prayer for every little thing. But as I came out of Georgia when I was very young, 7 years old, I forgot to properly read. And Georgian is quite difficult, as you see the letters there. So it's kind of, I learned that prayer, but my mom, she reads it. She's got Russian prayers as well, like in Georgia, because it's Orthodox Christian, so it's similar prayers to Russian and Georgian and which was Greek as well. So she reads a little bit more differently. So, but I know that prayer, but I think it's a nice way to start a day as well. Maybe
Yeah.
with the prayer as well, kind of cleanses your soul same time. And it's like same time I mix my prayer. So I say my prayer, then I pray for everyone else, say the whole world what it requires, and say thank yous for myself and bad things that I do, apologize. And then afterwards say thank you again for things that I have, family, friends, and everyone. And then always 3 wishes that I wish that I have. You'll know what it is, a job. But it's always, but what I notice with this is when I start fasting, like 2 days, we've got Wednesday and Friday, length, no meat, no milk or anything from animals, things come much more easier.
Did I not say the theory
You said
before
this
to you?
before.
Yeah.
I've said, also I've said, I'm going to finish a statement.
Say-
Sorry, I'm not being a text.
No.
But I've started fasting every Tuesday. Like, since I just started. Yeah, until further notice, I just thought, you know what, every Tuesday I'm going to fast. But yeah, sorry, just reminded
No, I
me.
remember in George's
There's
religion,
a shift when you fast, isn't there? Like,
it's
completely
for
agree.
life that you only Wednesday and Friday, because that's when it's within our religion. So it was when, I think it was when he was born, and then Friday when he was killed. So that's the Christ,
baby Jesus.
Yeah, so they do Wednesday and Friday, and in Georgia, half of the year they all fast as well. So it's they do fasting.
Half the year.
Yeah, because it's
Do you eat at night?
No, it's they sacrifice something they don't eat, so no animal food at all. So they're only on veg. So
that's
so you don't, and then you pray, and there's one day in a year where it's 24 hours on your knees. You pray in church as well. So we do that, but it's like, you do. To do that every time.
Come home!
That's what it is. That's what it
Oh,
is.
is it? Sorry.
No, don't worry. I think she's just checking. She's thinking, what time?
Yeah.
But this is what I
I
mean.
mean no harm.
This is what I mean. 33, still getting calls. Where are you?
But at least you have someone to do
Yeah,
that, because there's
yeah.
someone else who wishes out there
Yeah.
that maybe if only.
But sometimes it gets annoying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's like 33 now.
And
I'm in a
such thing
safe
in your
house.
life that's better than yours,
But that's how it is. And my sister-in-laws, they do it because we got Mary's and Minda Maria, which means Mary's fasting. There's St. George fasting. There's All Saints. They do all the fasting for that.
Okay.
But I'm going to start doing Wednesday and Friday again, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it helps as well. It's something, you sacrifice something to get something.
It just might fit the
Yeah, I
spirit.
think, yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
No, that's interesting.
Nice.
This was
Okay.
a nice conversation. We've covered music.
I think your mama's called the shots on.
Yeah,
She could go
you
to sleep. She should be
yourself.
asleep by now. What is she for?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for finally joining us. Like, it's been a
Yeah,
long time.
oh yeah,
coming.
I'm sorry.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, thank you for having me. Yeah, I had a few
It's been
accidents. So.
pending, it's been
Yeah.
pending.
Honestly, when I
That's
said
right.
that, thank you for finally joining us, I was like, you worded that horribly. Like, thank you for finally showing
Showing
up
up,
here,
yeah.
actually sitting down with us. But no, I'm really glad we could finally have you on the show. It's
Thank
what I
you.
wanted to say.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
it was
you,
a really
guys.
nice conversation.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you for being my therapist. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
that's
It's
not
always-
what we do. What we ladies do.
but
But like,
it's-
conversation is the key to so many
Yeah,
I
things.
think it is.
So
Definitely.
that's all it is.
It's like with design, where you just speak and then develop ideas. It's
Yeah.
the best
Yeah.
way.
It's key. So it was just nice to hear how your brain's working, so that we can now start beheading some of those thoughts that you have,
Yeah.
because they ain't serving you anymore.
To be fair, even for us, well, for myself, I'll speak for self. Anyways, like even this conversation, it's also going to hold us accountable in terms
Yeah.
of the words that we said. In terms of, let me say hypothetically, wake up tomorrow morning, we know got things to do, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not getting
And we being
up.
hypocrites to what we just
Exactly.
I'd be like, guys, are you up?
Oh, but it's real though, because it's one of those things, and hopefully you can leave here and think, you know what, I'm going to keep my word in terms of what I said I would do, or even, hopefully we leave you something.
Because I feel
to
like this is
reflect
you guys challenged me, so I just need to stand up for the challenge.
on. No, to be fair, there's
Yeah,
some sort of
I was
belief.
challenged.
Yeah, there's some sort of belief that each one teach
I was
one.
humbled.
So.
I was humbled, humbled and challenged.
But no, for real though, thank you for joining us, and
Thank you.
look forward to seeing your photos next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to remind you.
Yeah.
I will remind you.
Yes. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
Because might as well.
because you might as well.
Why not?
Why
I've got
not?
time.
Fuck
I've
it,
got
why
more
not?
time than
Fuck it, why
anyone
not?
else.
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for
for
joining and thanks for tuning in. Also, if you made it this far, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and all the good stuff. And yes.
Just pointing to icons, even though they might be here.
We out. That's going to be the end. Peace, love, and wisdom. We out.
Oh, that was lovely.
Thank you, guys.